Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you, or wherever you are in the world. I hope you are well. I hope you are day. Firing up some oxygen, not included, with extra oxygen. We're trying to get things done. Stuff and things. Getting the game in gear. Now, we're going to look at making a small sleet wheat production facility, but it appears we don't actually have any sleet wheat. I'm pretty sure we did. So I don't know where we put them or what we did to them. We don't have any sleet wheat. We're going to have to find some. Here we go. We're back in... there we go. This is our machine that was eating the volcano, but it couldn't eat the temperatures of the volcano, so we may have to come and do some tweaks to that later on. Still getting some free power out of it. This igneous is stunkingly hot. I think we might drop a bit more water in there to give us some pressure. But no rush. No rush. Okay. What are we going to do now? We can get rid of that yet. We're not ready for rocket pilots. This is feeding the hatches. So they should be happy now. For a while. The Oakshell Fryer 5000 is working well. He's on 95 degrees nearly. There's a few of them in there. Because we've been sending over polluted dirt. So they've actually got food. When they've actually got food to eat, they breed quite well and you get lots of them. But this guy's got his head caught in the door and he falls in the soup. There he goes. And we've got sweepers in here set to sweep out the malts. We don't even need to send duplicates in to do that anymore. They just bring in poke shells and put them there. Yeah, this poke shell is now 98 degrees and they have a livable range of 30 to 70 for comfortable, minus 30 I think it is for 100, the actual range. So when he reaches 100 he will evolve. You don't get meat from poke shells, so he just evolves into a poke shell malt you can make lime with. Keep our eye on him. He's about to go. It was nice knowing you, poke shell. It was nice to know you. Enjoy your new life. Being made into lime. There he goes. Pop! A whole load of them went at once. They must have all been dropped in at pretty much the same time. So the sweeper then scoops up their malts. Drops them on the conveyor rail. 40 kilos in one hit. That's nice. Comes down, 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 adds to the line. And gets dropped here, where it's turned into lime. And this machine will then get a job order. Make iron to steel forever, amen. And this can now... actually... I was making lots of tungsten. Later on, because we're going to need it. So... put another barrel there for a bit more tungsten. I don't know how much wolframite we have left, but tungsten will be our thing. Yep, there's a bunch of malts there ready to be turned into lime. Let's go. That. Oh, that was what I was doing, wasn't it? There's lots of aluminum there, but I don't think there's lots of aluminum ore because that aluminum is from the volcano. Right, so if we're going to move our rockets over this side, when we come to land them, we're going to need these doors to automatically open so we can drop the rockets in their place. And now, Going to carry on as soon as we got enough steel. Build another one. Keep bricking our way. Well, bunker dooring our way across the map to stop these hidden things coming in and destroying everything. But it's also useful resources, so we don't want to lock it out completely because we want to be able to manipulate them and use them in some way, make some machine that can crush it all up. Or maybe even the rockets themselves as they take off. Land, they'll do a bit of that. Let's pop up to the place that's providing us with all the polluted dirt. See what's going on in here. I think they're all sitting down to lunch. Yeah, typical when we come over here, they always sit down to lunch. Just checking here. The glass and plastic. There's meat in here. Shouldn't be meat in here, but there is. Barbecue. Oh, wow, they've got a lot of barbecue. Okay, fair enough. Thought we might have a problem with food on this colony, but no, apparently not. Once we've got this handballed out and dropped into this zone, I think we're going to have to do a similar thing here to drop out the water into this zone. We've got pools of water all over the shop to get rid of. That's ethanol, so we're going to drop a ladder. Well, raise a ladder. There. And we can probably just bust across and put a pitcher pump in. That ethanol there. Like, there was one of these goddamn salt vines in the way. Hey, you can't put anything in. Alright, we'll dig that up and then we'll do it. There you go. Let's wait until that's dug up and then we can put one in. Then you can basically put it wherever you want it to go. In this case, all the ethanol is going to come over this side for now. We could build a proper tank for the ethanol, but I don't know if we're going to have enough of it to make it worthwhile bothering. I have this patch here, that I think that's ready to have its... Yeah, but it is. Excellent. That was done last time. Oh, is that a save game? It is. Drink water. Stay hydrated. Wait for our save game to kick in. Come on, come on. Ah. Now, let's put that in, say, right there. And we'll drop this ladder there. I'd rather put a tile there, actually, to push that into here, because if we dig out here, it's going to make it really difficult to reach with the bottle empty. Actually, no, it's fine. We want to check what this is anyway. I want to see what that is. We'll wait until we've pumped all that out. Now, one thing I did want to check is if you've got any sleet wheat over here. Ooh, you have sleet wheat. It's in the biome full of radioactive things. You do have some. Do we actually have any already that we could put in one of these chests? Now, I don't think it's under seed, was it? It wasn't. It was under... we put a fridge there. Yeah, let's put a fridge there. We can see properly what can go where. Not everything. Not everything can go in the storage containers. Oh, fungal spore. He'll be okay. Right. Well, that gives us a bit of work to do. They'll carry bottles of ethanol and dump it in here. It'll take them a bit of time, but whatever. That's fine. I don't mind. We busted through a little quicker route to go through. We'll get rid of this mostly and brick this in that data bank back to main area. Let's add a data bank to that. that. Yeah, let's add a data bank to there. Send that back. I'm gonna send. Done it already. The eggshell. This is obsidian. I'll get rid of the obsidian off of here now for a bit. What else are we sending? Cooking ingredient. I want to send sleep wheat grains back. So that needs building. Please build me that so we can put the sleep wheat grains we find in it. Assuming we've got any. See if we do. No, not yet. I'm pretty sure we dug up some sleep wheat grains on the other map, but I don't know what happened to them. Might have to get into this biome and get some as well. If we click on one, in the wild it would be body temperature 55 to, yeah, to -5. So you need a temperature cool area, controlled room. Air pressure, oxygen, polluted oxygen or carbon dioxide, that's fine. And less than 12,000 rads. But if you're growing them, you need to feed them dirt and give them water. So, yeah. This is actually a good place to grow them because there's so much water on this map rather than sending them back. We could just give an extra couple of bedrooms and send some people here to grow the sleep wheat. It would be a possible thing to do. But then we could make some berry sludge. I would rather like to have. Yes, I would. We could make one. We could make a small space here. We could put one in. Got a big space here. We could put one in. Good thing about doing one here is we already have this room here, so we could strap another aqua tuner to it. Another steam turbine. And then we've got a coolant already in position. Cool down the sleep wheats. Now we go. We don't have any sleep wheats yet, but if we go like automation, go shipping. I want to do it in the range of a shipping arm. That was the room. Brick around the edge. Yeah, brick around the edge. I don't think it needs to be steel in here. You get very cold. Sure, you get pretty darn cold. Have a gold one there like that. That will be in range of the center one. Okay. They can both reach this middle tile here. And that's where we would put the bale loader. That can also be made of gold in this. Might send them for a bit of a venture into that biome, and I know it's dangerous in there and there's radiation and stuff. Just to grab us a few, just to get it started. And then power wires, no. So what we would need is to drop the sleep wheat grain into the room and reach right down to here, so we can put 3. Food. Let's go to food. You have to feed them water, so we'll get hydroponic tiles. I think if we go 3 like that, 3 like that instead, we can reach all those, right? We could do this straight along the floor if we're just doing a normal one. Far enough? That's far enough. Now, can they reach above them as well? do that. Can they reach that one? I don't think they could do 3. They could possibly do 2. Oh. What's this made of? The iron ore. Let's make it out of something a little less. Ah. Sorry. Put that iron down and then I deleted it. Now, this row will do there, but it will also feed the ones above it. Because you can feed them from underneath. But if you do that at this height, that's the problem, right? If we're going to put a wall in here, that's wrong. It needs to come down a bit, or we need to move this main spine up some. How wise. We could bring this main spine out here, anywhere up here. It doesn't really matter. Okay, good. Right, in fact, I'll put that in. There's a job to be done. Where's that platform in the way? Be better off here, wouldn't it, really? Deconstruct these bits. Get rid of that now. And the nice lead wire of doom can come in. Come all the way along. We'll fill in the gaps once that's done. That'll get this out of our way. Okay, good. Right. So these can actually feed these, but they won't be able to pick up the loot. Not sure if it's going to be a solid line like this. Not sure at all. Going to just build it on the other place, but there's too many dupes here, and they've got all the mod cons at this point, and we need that berry sludge being made. So I even end up investing in a second cook, so that there's 2 cooks. So there's always someone to build some berry sludge for the rockets. Nicely done. Beautiful. Thank you for your work. Oh, there comes some more junk falling in our machine. Yeah, these can reach upwards. What we could do then instead is, yeah, we can go there, cancel that one. Cancel those 3. Put one just fractionally higher up. Would that be better? No. That can't reach that now. Can reach there. Oh well. Just checking. These can reach that, but they can't. They can feed it, but they can't actually take off the resources at the top. So we would need another set up there just to do that. That was there and there. Trying to see if we can delete this one. They can all share that one. Makes sense. One reaches it, that one reaches it, that one reaches it, and that one reaches it. So they could all share this tile. Ladder. I don't think it's that beneficial really, but never mind. I want to try it. Looks like. Kevin's always having a nap. What did it say they had to be fed? I don't know if it'll let me because we don't have any dirt and water. So we'll need dirt droppers in here. Ah, that's a problem. We could reach... We had one. Not going to be able to reach the layers, is he? Can only reach if they're like that. So you could drop dirt here, and these two would be able to feed all of them. Could reach these and these, so we could just drop dirt in the middle. And skipping. Conveyor chute would go, not steel, not making it out of steel in here. Bit of conveyor rail. Going to be where the wall will end up being, or the ceiling. They don't need light or anything like that, so that's okay. Perfect. How's this looking? Has this wire been done through like that? Get rid of that deodorizer now. Need you, and that arrow tile can probably go. All the way over here. I think we connected it in, did we? No. That wire has to be done, and then it's all ready to go. Those three can get done, and then we can remove this wire out of the way. Let's carry on. Probably connected to that, is it? Yeah, it is. We'll do the power ourselves rather than it just being stuck in our way. Boot that clay out the way, please. Well, there's going to be a lot of mess. Okay. I get it. I get it. We pull that up. We'll have a power wire. Can make it out of that. Build this, Otto, if you want. Oh, too late. Ran off. Too quick for me. I want to deconstruct the ladder now. That can go. Oh, that didn't work, did it? What's this in our way? Is this a liquid loop? Yeah, it's a liquid loop from ages ago, very long time back. That can go there. This will be... I think we're going to make this insulated, because the water that's going to come in here is probably going to be very hot. And that's going to go up in the wall one direction or another. Let's give it a bridge. Just give it a direction. This bridge can be switched around the other way at a later date. Bug just landed on me. Okay. Right. Get on with it, guys. There's lots to do. While you're doing it, we're going to go over the other side. I don't think the sweepers can actually plant the plants, so we'll have to let them in just to plant them. As and when we get them. Get some seeds over here. And then we've got to get this place nice and chilled. Chilled down. Do we do the carbon dioxide thing? Yeah. But I can't remember what gases they live in. Oxygen, polluted oxygen, or carbon dioxide. That's fine then, we'll just leave it as oxygen. Dirt doesn't off gas, so we'll just pump dirt in here. Water doesn't off gas, we're good. Yeah, they're using that from the ladders. That's good. Build the pipe. We'll stick another aqua unit. It will be steel in this room. And we want to flip it that way. A little room here. That doesn't need to be obsidian, I guess. Hey, built out tiles in the middle of nowhere. We don't have diamond to build the diamond tile yet. We can do that. We can deconstruct this ladder here. I'll make another liquid lock coming over this side. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will come out one more. We'll put another steam turbine on it. And then we'll run a liquid loop through this place just to keep this really chilled. It'll be minus, it's got to be 5 or, was it 5 degrees or minus 5? Minus 55 to 5 degrees. Yeah, plus 5, positive 5. That's fine. Won't be worrying about that just yet. Get some plumbing. I want some radiant. Make it out of aluminium, and we'll come straight along here. Come straight along there where the plants are going to grow. And we will go into the wall. We'll probably make it too thick or something. Actually, let's snip this off. This will be like the same pipe that feeds them. Won't be that one. Deconstruct some of that. These two pipes will be just going together somewhere. And that's where the input will be. We'll have our liquid bridge there. The other way around somewhere like that. That will be our input. Don't build that. Deconstruct these liquid pipages. These parts here. Get rid of those. We don't want them. Now, liquid. Cooling loop. Going to come out of here nice and cool. It's going to go in here. We can borrow this now, can't we? We're not using that. The game is saving, so let's have a drink. Is it going to come back to life? Who knows? Now it is. There we go. We're going to pop that into there and deconstruct that bit of pipe there. Get rid of that ladder. Get rid of that ladder as well. I think we will move this up. I think we will. Put it there. Can I reach it to deconstruct it now? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I reckon I can. Probably. Build that. We haven't even got any sleep beats yet, but we'll find some. Let's pop up to Lalita. Go and have a look. They're busy carrying this around. Can you please dig that out so you've got access to this last bit in here? We've made yet? No. Do that bit there. Yeah, you're having fun in there. Walking around in all this highly flammable liquids. Okay. Not bad. They're getting it done. Let's check this. I want to just check how bad that is. I can run around here. Oh, no. Allow meteor shower identification. Yeah. Keeps taking out of our oxygen. We need to look at that. It must be hot as well. They hit. Green ones are gold amalgam. This is gold amalgam, is it? Gold amalgam? Yes, it is. Gold amalgam. I'd like to have some kind of thing that blocks the door while the storm is on so that they don't get hit. Maybe blocks this off with 2 or 3 panels just to say, hey, don't go in there, it's dangerous. I also want to get a plumbing liquid pump put in this room. Or just a normal pipe. Going up the stairs, up the ladder. And a power wire. And we'll make it out of lead. Go up there for now. We'll fill this with all this water and all that water and pump it over here. Once we've got rid of all this. Get rid of all that and put that all the way over here. That'll take them a while because I've got to handball it all the way across. Nice. We can get in here and get these before they get wrecked, maybe. Let's go down and check our priorities on these. That's going to drop to an 8. Where are they getting it from in here? There probably isn't any left. You mop in there? Yes, you can. Ah, that's done. Oh, I've got to brick this out. Last pieces. And all our polluted water is gone. With 1.7 million germs per tile. Yeah, that'll be gone. Gone forever. Depleted. We can come and rescue these because if they get hit by things, I'm not sure they're going to survive. We want those sleepweeds. Let's go back to our machine. Built some of it. This will be our input water going in to feed them. And then this will be to sweep out all the wheat that's harvested. I'm not sure if you've got to get a variant that self-harvests or if you've got to let dupes in to harvest. As long as we keep this well pressured with oxygen, we should be fine. They can come and go as they please. Don't want them letting in too much hot air. And this will be in the wall, taking the liquid coolant, whatever we use, up, round. Fine, that's good. Let's get rid of that piece there. And we've got to get this out of here, whatever materials. So let's go for another conveyor rail. Made of gold amalgam will be fine at this point. Just buzz that out of here. That's good. Figure the details out later. Alright, I'll sweep this up. Sweep that bit of lead out of here, please. And I guess you can start building the walls then. We're going to use... No, we're going to use granite. Granite tiles here. Granite one there, but they've got to get in first for a little while. Rid of that. That gives them stuff to do, doesn't it? Turn the volume up a bit. Quiet. will be our cooling loop. This will be the hot water in, or the food water, which will probably be hot. Prefer it wasn't, but it is what it is. Cancel those two. I want those to be cold. This will be our cooling loop. Hopefully that's enough to keep the plants growing, because the water going in is going to be pretty warm. Bring that out by another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's perfect. So we put one of those there. And we can put another steam turbine in here. We'll add it to the cooling loop that's already in existence. That can run over and cool the turbine. That's fine. Not bothered about that. Bit of liquid pipe there we can get rid of. Old bits of the old system. And go. This will be how we'll feed it in. So this will be how we'll do our cooling loop here. But I'm probably just going to brick this in so we don't have to pump an airlock. Well, pump an airlock, pump a vacuum. We just put an igneous tile there or something, I don't know. Right, that will be good for now. We'll come up by 2 there and go across the top. Down there, cancel that. Actually, let's do this very slightly differently. We'll come up by another one. Bring that up by 1. That way, if we do put doors in, they'll already be higher up. I'd prefer they were like up a bit. Helps to stop all your cold air going where you don't want it. I'm not sure if we can get this cold enough to get them growing because our water is stupendously hot. We'd have to run that through a bunch of well, we could do one with like 5 aquatuners in it. I've done that before. Power hungry, but we don't care when we're producing power. Pocket load. Literally, you just have a temperature sensor on each one that gradually goes down. So like water comes in at like 90 degrees, gets 14 degrees removed, 14 degrees removed, 14 degrees removed, 14 degrees. It just keeps going down, down, down. And you do get some of that power back because Aquatuner runs steam turbine. How's it? Just chuck your materials on the floor, run off to bed. Game seems especially quiet today. I don't know if I've done something. Hopefully it's coming through loud for Twitch. While they're building that, let's pop back to Alita. Set to 5. That's now set to a lower priority, but they should have probably finished that anyway. Yeah, that one's done. You can go. You're done with. You're done for, matey. I'm probably going to let this just drop into here, I think. Because we've got this tank here, and that's clean. So if we need any water, we've got that. We don't need to leave this horrible mess here. Just a early game thing. So yeah, this will be our water tank. There's a nice little convenient spot to put a pump. We can get in now. We can also use this water to make our own liquid lock to come in here. Very cold, so it'll probably freeze it though, wouldn't it? I don't know. Right. Now what have we got here? Water. We're going to risk putting that in there and not knowing whether it's clean water or not. Yes, we are, because we're going to have a lot. Let's put, say, 2 there. Bottle empty ours there and there. Can drip down here. Put water that we find in there. Should be clean. Hope it's clean. Clean water. clean dirty water. A lot of sense, but that's only makes a lot of sense. We do need to get some those, yeah, these deodorizers set up. One on top of that. One, say, up here on a tile. And just run a bit of power to it. Get this power wire back so I ain't bothered. Am I bothered? No. Yeah. That piece. That's all low priority. So let's get this going and see if we can beat wheat grain. See some. If I go here, I go onto this and I go cooking ingredients, sleet wheat grain. On a 9. Oh, Volpup. Okay, we'll get that on the other side. But what I want to double check over here is that, because I swear we had sleet wheat, right? Have we built something or made a food? Mushrooms and lettuce. That doesn't contain anything. Seafood, barbecue. That doesn't contain anything. So what about the electric grill? Fried mushrooms. Crystal berries. Grapefruit nuts. Grapefruit preserve. Pickled meal. Barbecue. Wagyu fillet. The only thing I can think that happened to them, because I swear we had some on this map, on this one, is that the fish ate them. That's the only thing I can think of. Wrangle this dude on a 9, please, before he gets in somewhere he shouldn't. Yay. So we're now done here. Let's brick this side up. All right, we've got to get power into here. There's only 4 sweepers and a loader, so we'll just pop the power up here somewhere. We'll give ourselves a thing on the sink, but I was thinking of double walling this. We need this to be coal inside. I'm going to put that there and then go power, then put the transformer up here. I don't even think it needs a big transformer, does it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 watts of power. 7, 8. Yeah, well, we'll just put a little one then. Little one, little diddy one. It can go there, and that can come along here. A nice bit of lead. Because we are probably going to power the doors with it as well. I'd like the doors to open and close pretty darn sharpish. You know? 1, 2, 3, 4. We could have hidden this wire in the sorry. No, we can't hide this one in the floor, so it'd have to drop from there, wouldn't it? So theory is we're going to drop dirt. It's all fall through the loader and land here. But both of these guys can reach this tile, and both of them can feed all of these and all of these from below. These two are just there to scoop out any, seeds or whatever. So, final result that we want. This is our cooling loop that will come into here eventually. We'll stick another aqua tuner in this room and stick another, well, get rid of that insulated tile there and allow that to flood along. Put another turbine there, put another aqua tuner in. Should have put 2 in the first place, but I think we were in a hurry when we built it. I can't remember now. This seems to be a bit difficult to reach. You have a problem getting to there. Oh yeah, they can't get under there, can they? Now we've built that tile. Fine. Just, building it a couple of tiles away so we can double thick the walls if we want. Excellent, they're getting the work done. Mainly because they've got nothing else to do around here, so... Get it all done. Another steam turbine in. Make sure it's steel, this one. Yep. Bring that in. I'd really be putting some of the things back again, but no. Guess this doesn't have to be obsidian. This bottom bit. Well, let's just make the bottom bit obsidian then. Where it locks into there. That one can be obsidian. We get that done. This one. There. Right. So these two are just here to sweep out any food or whatever. Resources. I don't know if they'll self-harvest or we've got to go in and get them. The mushrooms don't say they're self-harvesting, but they do. You have to leave them a long, long time, but they do actually self-harvest. But some of the foods you can grow, you have to get a variant of it in the modify it radiation to get a variant of the seed, and then that will self-harvest, as far as I understand. Uh-oh. There is water dripping again. We pause it. Catch finally where it's coming from. Where is it coming from? From here. There. No leak, no break in this yet. Definitely resources getting up here, isn't there? The snow. Maybe something did come in at an angle. Who knows? Ah, that ladder is damaged. Something's damaged right there. Ooh, yeah. That wasn't the intention. The idea was when the rocket automatically refills, it takes off, and this then sends the water back the opposite way. That's not going to work, is it? It would need a bit of automation just here to put it back into the tank again. Seems like it was something in this vicinity. There was some ice up here. We go. I thought I did this pretty much everywhere. There's nothing liquefiable there. There's nothing liquefiable anywhere here. There's got to be that pipe leaked. This water pipe must have leaked. It must have been smashed. Leaked. Yeah, priority. Liquid pipe water. There you go. That's the problem. It was that. Right, fine. Let's come back down here and pretend that never happened. How much water is left? Pump out over this tiny... yeah, we're nearly done. And at that point, all we'll have, sleepweed-wise, bristle blossom-wise, will be whatever we've already made up to that point. We won't have any more to feed into it. We will do at a later date. We're probably going to be making a reasonable amount of the natural gas generators. They'll generate quite a lot of polluted water, which we can use to clean it and then feed it into here or something. Give us more power, Captain. We need more power. We've nearly bricked up the base of the map. We're slowly working on it. It's solidifying down here now. I want to dig right the way down and see if I can find the bottom of the map. I haven't even seen the bottom yet. But I'll leave that. That's good. Good. How you doing, Pump? Pump of Doom. You're doing well. You're doing well. Yeah, we could brick across there, I suppose. Come in here. I just don't want them having access to all this igneous rock that's stupendously hot, because we've got to build out of that. Or they take it anywhere. And they will take it. And they'll take it through the liquid lock and they'll flash it to petroleum and then the sour gas. It will happen. It will happen. We finally bust through there and then just ignored this section. Sorry. Sorry, we'll get a bit of steel back. How's about that? This has gone dormant for... Ah, okay. Not very long, actually. That one's not dormant for that long at all. Let's mop that out again. It's a matter of time, isn't it, before some liquid gets spilled down here, breaks through, and ends up in the soup, in our polluted, in our petrol, not polluted, petrol station, petrol storage tank of doom. I just like to see all this magma. That's great. Are you waking up soon? 16 cycles. You're dormant. Okay. How viscous magma is? It's still really high there. 4 tiles, and there's only 1 tile here. It doesn't move. Like, no, not going anywhere. Outside of laboratory. No power wire connected. No one has. Oh yeah, of course. We skill scrubbed Bubbles. I think we ought to put Bubbles. Give Bubbles some skills again. Because poor Bubbles will be very confused. Bubbles, you're going to be researching, and you also need that. It looks like we need a second researcher because that's mission control station usage. You won't be able to do while you're the one in space. That should keep you a little bit happier. We've only got that. Should we give you rocket piloting too as well? Yeah, we need rocket piloting. Presumably. Well, you're not going for it. Now, we might make you go a little bit further just for a look around. Right, so we'll do that. We're not going to bother with the exosuit training just yet. I want to keep the morale needs down. You all right now, Bubbles? Do you want to go and get in your rocket? Can you do me a favour, actually? I want to just fly this one and land it over there. Get out of my way. We go into here and we go to crew. No, we go to there and we go change crew. We can add Bubbles to this rocket. Oh no, not auto. Bubbles, please. Screw it up, Bubbles. We're just going to land Bubbles over here. So that means Bubbles won't be able to get out. Hang on, don't screw it up. Don't bother, not yet. We need to pop a ladder in. This bit of ladder I'll make out of obsidian. So they can definitely get there. And then come up to that height there. Same as these. Yep. They can get out. That bit's important. Can you get that done first? I want to send Bubbles off to do the last bit of research. Get it knocked out. Everything done. Where are we with these things? Okay. Got to work this out because I don't want to block the way in yet. Yeah, like that. Be fine. Got to automate this somehow. But for now, we probably just move these up to there. Still blocks the ceiling. And it's in line with these so that we can have all the way along. We'll have to measure it. So we don't mess it up. Mess up the pattern and have one that can't fit in because the gap's too small or something. Right, good. And the automation wire melted, which annoyed me because I think that's just dumb. Might make a system that needs that has automation right underneath the rocket exhaust and then just make the rocket exhaust melt it. That's just stupid. That means you can't automate anything until you've got materials that can withstand the temperature. Maybe put your rocket platform on the ground here and put water all over it or something to take the temperature away. Crikey. I want this one moved over here so it's out of my way. And we can take that one off and land it back here, which is where all our practice automation is going to be, just to test it out and see what works and what doesn't. And we can move it all over here, have these open and close as and when we want them to. Once we've got more materials, probably build bunker doors back across over here so we don't have that issue again with the steam. And we can mess around with this, opening and closing it and letting in some of the materials so that we can see if we can automate with the robo miners to dig it all out. Yep, build all that for us, won't ya? I think we need quite a lot of data banks, but we can now Bubbles won't keep getting so stressed, hopefully. Base. Couple more and then that'll be ready. Right, they're grabbing this and carrying it across there. That's perfect, that's all being done. Wow, they were very efficient with that, weren't they? The ladders here and there should help to get rid of this stuff. And did you dig across there? You did. I want this sleet wheat. Sleet wheat original. No, not that. Can you uproot that for me? Any more anywhere? Oh, it's his. I wondered what it was. So cold it's forming ice and then dropping back in. And then melting and all this dripping down is forming ice. Oh, weird. Priority 9. Come and get that sleet wheat, would you? And then you're going to venture over here, I guess. Dig into there and get that one, that one, that one. That will give us, what, 4? I don't know if any of these... This is going to be a dangerous area to run, so don't be in it too long. Super high. Anyone coming? George, come on, hurry up. Dig it out. I want to set this, get rid of liquefiable. That won't be very useful here. Yeah, it's probably very bad for you here. Put another ladder there. Take that sleet wheat grain with you. You grab it. Oh, you grabbed it. Yay. Oh, don't drop it. Don't. Oh. Sleet wheat grain. Sweet. You've got to watch these buggers. Right. Crikey, we need that. These got to be put in here. Sleet wheat grain on the double. I know you want to get a toilet and everything. But can someone put the sleet wheat grain in there before you think about your bellies and your toilet and bed? No, they bloody can't. This place is a weird jungle now. Gonna get some food from the deep freeze. Bit of deep frozen barbecue. Lovely, lovely. Lovely, lovely. Right, I'm tempted to put that on urgent, but I don't want to disturb them. I'm sure they'll grab it in the morning. And we'll get one from there. Let me see if I can put it on sweep. Cooking ingredient. The sleet wheat. Is there any here? I missed. Anything? Anything? Any up here? Some of it could be buried. Something up there, but I don't know. Buried things here. Any of these could be it. Oh, you start digging that out, you get trapped here and then you're in trouble, aren't you? Build ladders across there just so they can get across a bit faster. This is very radioactive from this thing and space. That I just want to run in, grab it, and run out. Let's come back over and keep an eye on our sleep wheat grain and see if one ever pops up. Bubbles is back on day shift, so we'll let her have her sleep. We'll have a bit of a break. How you doing, machine? 338. I'm tempted to put a fourth one on it just to give the thousands. Ah, look. A bit of magma got stuck on the top of the door there. 1400 degrees. That'll make it a tad warmer, won't it? There we go. I barely closed for a second just to get that temperature across. Wow. It's really spiking. Now, next time it opens, it'll be both. There we go. They all stack together. Boom. Temperature. Lots of it. Nice. How are we doing over here? Sliding down. There's some gold being produced from the gold machine. Gold volcano. How are we doing in here? 6 grams of oxygen. Down here it's 32. 59. All by one pump. One solitary little pump. All by myself. Obama's elf. And this is running nice, like a champion. I'm very pleased. I did want to set this up, didn't I? While we're hovering in this general vicinity, we'll stick in a water sieve right about there. Actually, we'll reverse it. Hit O on the keyboard. Flip it. Flip flop. And then take a pipe of any materials, I don't care. And do something weird like that. And then power sources have we got around here? This is just mains in, isn't it? Yeah, it is. But there's some here to power these aquatuners. Could run a wire from that, I suppose. I'll keep it steel down here because this is then going to end up getting pretty darn warm. When it gets, oh no, that's the wrong material anyway. Make it out of that. Make it out of. Hey, I made that out of lead in there. That's a mistake. What am I doing? Power wires. Thank you. Lead. Bridge over there. Come up here. Come into here. No, don't go that way. I'll go above it in case it drops inside. Occasionally it does. Usually it goes upwards. When you dig it from above, it'll go up. Power. The wire bridge can go there. We need to get some water into that. I don't want to nick it from the loop. No, I do not. Figure out a way of dropping some water down there. Oh, we got lots of water. Always drop a little pipe here and drip them down. Got a pump there to put it in the system. Kind of like we did before. We've got this pipe already in situ. Bring that down. We only need a tiny amount. What's this off of? Ah, this is the cooling loop going over there. Alright. This is the cleaned water from the desalinator from these things. We'll just steal it from that. Safe. Safe. Seems to be okay for now. You still running? No, you're dormant, but are you running? Yeah, good. Not going to stop anytime soon. Oh, blossom seed. I saw seed being eaten. I was like, no. Oh, we need to go back to and let's see if they've put the seed in, which they have. We can go to this thing and say, complete wheat seed. You're on a higher priority, right? That can go down one. Now it should put it in. Thank you very much. And that should send it over. Bon voyage, little sleepwheat. Hopefully no one eats you before I come back. Yeah, let's actually check the consumables. Because I checked all the machines and I can't see anything that's we've got set. All the food machines. Yeah, you can eat sleet wheat. I don't think it would be very tasty on its own anyway. I don't think there's anything. Uh-oh. Is that volcano making a noise? Oh, it's this one. The aluminium one going for it. So let's sweep out. I don't see any more. Perhaps that was all of them. Got them all. Yep. We'll have to come in and gut this place, but I'm a bit worried about them getting very sick from all this radiation, so we'll give them a break for a while. Back to Lavini. We'll come in here. We'll say plant us a sleet wheat. As soon as it actually gets anywhere where we can collect it. It will be currently coming out of this machine here. That's eggshell. So it's already on the rack coming up. Thousand grams of sleet wheat grain. Is that only one grain then? What? No way. We had about 4 or something. Oh, maybe it's this one. Sleet wheat grain original. It should drop down here. There's the gold, been cooled down and on its way. I want to make sure nobody grabs that sleet wheat grain and eats it or does something terrible to it. We want it. It says we got 0 at the moment down here. Once it drops out here, okay, then we've got 1. Register that we have 1 now. Come on, update. We've got 1 here now. Sleet wheat grain original times 3. And it still says we've got 0. Uh-oh. Where are you taking them, Frankie? You better not eat them or cook them. Harvest. Store. What's your job order? What are you doing with that? Sleet wheat grain original. Where are you taking them, Frankie? Uh-oh. I don't know where Frankie's going with them. Let's follow Frankie. Putting them somewhere. Where are you putting them? Ah, into the micro musher. No. Don't put them in there yet. Now what are you doing with them? Oh, that's bristleberries. Right, so there's 4 there and 3 there by the look of it. Excellent. Come down here. Got 7. Plant. Copy setting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm only doing those yet, so they bring them to the place where I want them planted first. I know that's irrelevant. They'll bring in dirt and put it in there, which is annoying, but you know, it is what it is. We've got to put up a bit more of this. Put that in the way, didn't I? We can put a conveyor loader on top of here. Can also be powered from this, I guess. Yeah, easy. That will be for them to feed dirt into the room. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to lock the doors or whatever, but hope we can. What we could do, actually, is try one of these down here and lock this bottom one off so they can't get in and see what happens. I don't know. We settings down there. That one. I want to see if anyone's coming. Errands. Oh, someone's already got the seeds. Well done, Nisbet. And they're bound to get job order for Ooh, it's planting them. Thank you. Now I know. It does plant seeds. I wish we could have a harvester robot miner thing that harvests seeds. Cool. Yeah, bring in dirt. They won't grow, it's too hot in here. You can bring them dirt if you like. Right, there should be 2 more seeds waiting to be brought over from somewhere. As we've still got 0, so they're probably in somebody's inventory. Quick, run, feed it dirt. Even though it's not going to grow because it's just not going to grow, like, it just won't. Never mind. Actually, I'd rather put that. Bring that up by 1. The door up there. No, maybe that's not a good idea. I don't know. I was thinking Minecraft then, when you jump down and destroy your nicely paired land. Need to be steel. Make it out of something else. Make it, well, the rest of it's gold amount. Let's make it gold amount. That way we can lock doors and say, no, you're not allowed in here. Break this up a bit more. More ignorant rock. Doors, that. It's been planted. Yeah, it's been planted. Fertilization and irrigations. So come on, and body temperature. Oh, nuts. Yeah, I never thought of that. Of course they are. They're going to do these from underneath. They'll be fed. Well, that's fine. We're going to brick up here. Brick up there a bit more and brick up there a bit more. We can't do down the sides because there's a power wire in the way. Let's look at this. That's going to really bug me if that's wrong. It's all crooked for no reason. We don't have to keep this power wire here. It was never intended to be, but there's nothing more permanent than a temporary structure. It's just temporary, honest. Game is saving. Let's have a drink of water. Stay hydrated. Good God. This game. Confuse ya. It'll bamboozle ya. Let's check. Put it to, and bring it out to here if I want it. Bit of lead. Nice bit of delicious lead. And bring that up to there. And what was it? Ah, it's this. Random block in the middle of nowhere. Wonder what you were for. I can't remember. This piece can then go like that, I guess. We'll connect that on, delete this one, and everything will be happy in the land. What we'll have to do here to stop them from putting dirt in them from underneath is we'll brick this off double thick as well, so it'll be all the way around double thicked, which was the intention in the first place, but I totally forgot they would try and feed them underneath, which means we'll need a ladder along here so we can do that. We can reach 4 up. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll place the ladder right here. Actually, let's do it in line with that. That seems a good idea. You can do all of that if you want. Nothing exciting going on there. Hopefully the seeds we get out of this we can replant straight away. So I will definitely select Fleet Wheat, plant, copy settings. You can't then click on one of these and plant it. You have to do the old copy settings like this. A priority, we're going to turn those. These will all be a 6. Hopefully they'll plant it there. Probably won't. They'll probably stick in some random place. That'll be annoying. No, you didn't. Okay, good. Thank you very much. I'll probably go and get some dirt and come back and feed that. That's fine. I'd rather they didn't, but it's fine. It's fine. That'll these to a 1. I want to see if they will self-harvest like these do. This one's ready to harvest, but after a while, 8 cycles I think it is, it pops by itself. Yeah. Put that on a 6. Let's get this bit done so we can move that wire and brick in the wall. Every time I notice this has been done, I'm coming along and putting another little row in there. That'll save us having to vacuum it out. It's a tiny space, but we can do it without having to vacuum it out. It'll be so much easier. This will be where we'll drop dirt in the system, and it will drop straight down through the conveyor loader and land here. And both of these can feed the bottom row and the top row. From there, they can reach that tile, and they can all 4 of them can reach this conveyor loader, which we can send out our finished products. We won't do that yet because we want to plant these in here. First few will get replanted if we can get it cold enough. So that's the next plan. Oh well, that was obsidian. I didn't mean to use obsidian. Well, I suppose I probably did. We'll come in here. We'll use the old corner liquid lock thing, and we'll come down in here, dig all this out, put in another aqua tuner to cool this little area down. That needs to be anywhere from -55 to +5 for them to grow. They are not going to grow. I would like to see if it's all... There is a bit of carbon dioxide. Snuck in here. Snook. Is that a word? Snuck. Snooked. Hold all that for me. You know you want to, probably. Right, now I mind my pan and scan. I'm just going to bars all the way up here. I've got to figure out how this works because it says not in a laboratory, but it also needs line of sight to space. We have to create a laboratory room for it, I think. We'll do that. We'll test it. We'll see what it does. But we'll pop bubbles in here. Not ready yet. No food in the fridge. That's why we're trying to make this fleet wheat if we can. But it does mean we can go change destination. We'll just take off into space. Pop bubbles in there. Bubbles is already selected. Hope that's not losing oxalite. The oxalite bubbles effect. Isn't it? But this one hasn't, and that's got the same stuff in it. Unreachable storage. Yeah, I had to put a tile, a ladder right there to reach it. That's a really strange design. You would have thought they'd make it so you could reach everything from the ladder on the side, but no, not the case. There's Bubbles. Bubbles that didn't give you a hat. Oh, nuts. Bon voyage. This rocket isn't going to stay in space and do anything yet. Rocket is just... We'll move it over here, out of the way, so we can use our rocket for research. Just for a little while longer. That little baby rocket there. We'll go land here. This will now build up to the relevant height for the rocket. It's the same because they're all the same. That's why I didn't tell Bubbles to get out of the suit. Get out of your suit, Bubbles. Because it's going to be hot out here. Look at that. 1,000 degrees out here. Go on then. Thank you. Thanks for your help. I give Bubbles until the morning so they can have their proper break and everything and be fully ready. And then we'll pop them in here, send them to space. Now they've been skill scrubbed and everything, they should theoretically be able to get all the research, loads of it done. Not necessarily all of it, but like lots of it. Yeah, there was definitely a water leak in that pipe. Don't like that at all. If we snip that, connect it like that, when the rocket's not there, there he is, it would reverse. Obviously, we put this in. Good plan. Yeah, if that was just a straight line, with this facing the other way on it, with a little bit of automation on here, you could make it automatically empty the pipe back in the tank again. That was the plan. Because we had to put a bridge there or go around this vent that was here, this one. Go bypass it. Should have done it one lower, but I think it was lined up originally when we did our rocket, but then the rocket engine size changed. Put it out of alignment. These are all experiments. There he is. The rocket takes off. Now this is pointing the other way. It should load back into the tank again. Well, I don't think it can because the tank is full. What's this one? This one got any space? Yeah. That way we won't keep having water leaks all over the place. Yeah, I'll get that pipe out of the... just on the ladder. We'll put it inside a wall tile or something. I think that'll be better. Whoops, not like that. Otherwise they can't get out. No, this is not going to work quite how I imagined. I'm going to have to bring it out a little bit. And bring out the glass. Bring out the glass. We'll move this along. Deconstruct that one. That way we can put a door on it. And make it into a laboratory. We'll need a light source in here. Didn't want to put lights on things because they will make temperature. They'll make it hot. Where are we going? We don't want that. We want this. I don't want ceiling light. Let's use not a sun lamp, crikey. A little lamp. That's going to move along by one. We'll put it there. I think you can have multiple of these stations as well. So just remove that. Put a door in. What's our door going to be? Oh, this is horrible. What's our door going to be made of? I suppose we better make it out of steel, hadn't we? The problem with steel is it can get quite hot. Shall we make that out of glass? I think it would look better if it was glass, wouldn't it? There you go, perfect. I don't know if it can see through this water layer that's landed on top. We'll find out. We're going to be finding out. Move it over to there now. Yeah, there. That's good. What are we making it out of? Lead. Perfect. Let's make everything out of lead. Why not? Yeah, so we've now got petroleum in the pipe as well, which was kind of supposed to kind of land and then request fuel and trigger this to send a set amount of fuel up every time it lands. But for that, you'd have to automate your rockets so you know exactly how far it's going, how much fuel it's using. And then you could set this to the exact right amount of fuel to refill with. The only way I can see that working. There we go. Have a door. Have a duplicate trapped straight in the door. Can we give it a bit more power, Captain? What is this? 120 watts. Yeah, it did work, just sitting on there, didn't it? So we make this. No, it doesn't need to be pretty, but I'll at least put it in the floor. But this is working, sat on the door, so maybe that's a method we should use. Right, build all of that. Have fun. Pop back to the other one. This is getting like to this stage of the game now where you're constantly popping here, popping there, doing stuff. Use the blueprint. Why not? Brine. No. Reject everything. Don't want to. Don't bother. These running? Yeah, these are running. We need another one over here though. Another one there. Am I not giving you guys enough work to do? Obviously not. What's this one? This is water. Let's hope that it's not We don't have any water with pollutants in it. Copy settings to there. That means all this can be swept up now. That can go. And we can find out what this volcano is. Take that. Couple of puffs in there. And this would be a good way of entering into here, I think, as well. This is a nice way in. Depends what this vent is, of course. What have we got here? There's a water as well. Yeah, that could go in there. Those ladders. And I guess this is going to go down into here as well at this point. We want the ladder to go to the bottom. I think I do. I have plans for the later games. Dig out what you can reach, I guess. Want the water to fall out this way. That polluted water from the beginning, from the toilets, has been completely deleted now. It's gone. It had nearly 2 million germs in it, and it's gone. Just bricked it in, or bricked it out of existence. All these fish are behaving oddly, floating there. Occasionally that happens. Of a strange behaviour. This is our deep freeze for barbecue. Dropped it in here. Just for now, until we get a more permanent arrangement to set up. This will be where we'll dump all the ethanol on the map. Water will be dumped in here and pumped over here. I think we'll pump the water from that. Get rid of this pitcher pump now. It's so satisfying getting to this stage. And let's check the germs. Still a few over there. Not as bad as it was. A few germs, but that should be pretty much empty now. There's only bleach stone in there. Could try connecting this again and seeing if it will kill those last few germs off. Insufficient uranium ore. Might be enough just to kill off these germs over here. I don't think it can reach. I don't think it's far enough. And they're moving these germs. 0 rads per cycle. Yeah, they're only over here. It killed all that nasty stuff before, so I don't see why it can't do it again. This now needs putting in. Plumbing. Just organising now, just getting little jobs done everywhere. Run straight along here, and that's not where I want to go, is it? No. We need to go a bit further. A bit further, Captain. And we'll snip this. I think that's how we added water to the toilets loop. Yeah, that's how we added water there. I'll deconstruct this. No, don't deconstruct it, actually. Deconstruct that. Cancel that bit. We'll reuse it. Reuse it. Recycle. Reuse. That seems more very good use of time. What just got sent over? Eggshell? Yeah, eggshell. Perfect. This can go now. Deconstruct you. They're not using it. Wash basin can go as well. We've got these hand sanitizers in there in the bathroom, so we're good. We'll put in a much bigger. This area will probably end up being like a one of those. What's it called? I can never remember the goddamn name. A rec room, a recreation room. Then up here we'll have a ranch. We have a ranch up there. That way, that gives them something to do. They can, you know, look after the animals. They're just sat over here. And what was this? What was this? Liquid sulfur geyser. That is what we were after. Excellent. That means we can have a source of sulfur. Restart back up our production over on Lavini. Where we had... What were we making? It wasn't the berry sludge. It was down here. I can't remember what we were making. Barbecue fillet, no barbecue, no. Grub fruit preserve. There we go. Getting the grub fruits And we're adding the sucrose. Because you can feed the sweetles with the sucrose. Wow. Sulfur. And they produce the sucrose. Sucrose combined with these brittle blossoms gives you grapefruit preserve, which will do for space for now until this system gets going. Until we get something happening. But I think for now we need to just get a cooling loop in and then just let it start cooling, and eventually they might start to grow. Yeah. Deconstruct power wires, please. Deconstruct anything else. Uh-oh. I haven't finished this. It's annoying. Oh, they can't reach it. That's why. Stop it. You always keep the gaps between these as 7. They can reach everything. I must have made a mistake in my heights at some point, and or I just put it in at random. This will be all leveled out in the end. All these ladders will be even. And if there's one out of place, it'll really bug me. So that's yeah. That can just be a normal tile. We'll pop a normal tile there. And maybe there. We can delete these two, and some of this will drip in. I guess that's not necessary. We don't want to lose all of it, but we want a little bit dripped here, and that'll become a lock, liquid lock, to get in and out. We'll dig all this out, build ourselves an aqua tuner, put some pipes in situ. Let's see if we can. This is where the not hot water, but the water to feed the plants will go in. They need 20 kilos of water per cycle, so they need quite a bit. Quite a lot. This is probably the wrong place to build it, because the other asteroid has got loads of water. Loads. But I guess, if we wanted to, we could pump the water here. It will come out here from the other asteroid, and we could pump it into it. Direct from the other asteroid. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200. Right. Put a layer underneath to stop anybody feeding the plants or putting any dirt in. We'll block that door off when we're ready. Have they done these wires yet? Aha! We've got to set this bit up as well. That can be deconstructed right there, and we'll just bring that and connect it in. And that will satisfy my insatiable need for keeping the lines as straight as possible. Well, we can do that for now. That'll connect it. Game is saving. Let's have a drink. Awesome. As soon as morning comes, we'll send Bubbles to space again. Go on, Bubbles. Have some fun. And she shouldn't get so damaged, overheated. What's that? Lamp. I thought so, yeah. Or a lamp. It's already overheating. Let's deconstruct it. Disable auto repair. I don't want to bring in tons of yeah. In fact, we'll put a lamp in and just turn it off, I think. As long as the lamp's in the room, it'll probably work. I don't know. We need 2 buildings in here, so let's bring this out a little bit longer. Play. Put some rooms in. Give it some space. Need 2 for a laboratory. You need 2 science buildings, a light source, no industrial machinery, 32 tiles minimum. Okay, 32 tiles minimum. Deconstruct it, please. Somebody come and do that. Shouldn't have powered it. There isn't much atmosphere, so it's just going to overheat like it would in a vacuum. I'm going to leave that water there, actually, because I want to see if it can see through it. Was an issue with certain things not being able to see through water. Let's get change the destination. Where are we going to go? Let's go Go 2 tiles for a change, shall we? Just out so we can see a little bit further out. Oh, Bubbles. Hey, Bubbles. I'm still selected as crew, aren't you? Crew up. And then we'll change poor old Bubbles' schedule to the, instead of having like 6 slots of downtime and lots of luxuries to, you get 3 slots of downtime, 2 sleep cycles, and you work all day. Sorry, Bubbles, but it's got to be done. Wherever Bubbles is, hang on. Well, we still didn't give Bubbles a hat. I'll sort that out. Sorry, Bubs. Get in there. Bon voyage. Breathability. Yeah, we've got to make her take her suit off once she gets into space. But, let's watch this. Rocket launch. Goodbye, rocket. See you later. Have fun. Go to the knowledge too. We'll tell Bubbles. Hey, Bubbles, can you unequip your suit? Leave it there. Yeah, she's flying now. Popped eardrums. Yeah, well, that's expected. It's 22 kilos in here of oxygen pressure. I'll only keep going up the more you keep breathing. So I suggest you hold your breath, okay? Because every time you breathe, a little bit of carbon dioxide comes out. But every time that carbon dioxide lines up with this storage bin, it vanishes from the game. It gets eliminated. And the storage bin puts out another little bit of oxygen. Because it's full, 20 tons of oxalate. Let's give our Bubbles a hat back. Sorry, Bubbles, I forgot. What are we going to give you? The rocket piloting hat? No, the applied sciences or the data analysis. Give you that one because it looks cool. What does the other one look like? Ooh. Give you that one for a while. We might change you over. There's no one here to watch. Do you still make a noise? Woohoo! Why are you doing it twice? Uh-oh. He's in a bugged out state here. Get on with your work. Where's your hat? Put your uniform on. So we'll keep working on that rocket, but we'll leave it out of the way for now. The petrol rockets will end up being put over here, close to the source of petrol, instead of all the way over there. Why is this constantly full of water? It really is. One little piece of regolith that's got to be swept out of there. And that's all done. That should be locked. We'll lock it now. That might be why there's water getting out, because they keep coming in here. And that's full of steam. Don't like it. You need to pump out a bit more frequently. We'll just put that down to 50 then. Yeah, you can pump out a bit more frequently. If there's water sitting in here for too long, getting really hot, it's probably turning to steam. That's probably a bad idea. The more water there is, the more temperature it can absorb before it turns to steam. Here we go. Let's put another door on the other end. Actually, I'm not going to put a powered door. I'll put a manual airlock the other end, just so we can mess around. Is that enough? Not a plastic tube, you muppet. Is that enough tiles? Doesn't seem very big. Yeah, it's big enough. It said 32 tiles. We need 2 research buildings, so let's put another one of these in. Lead. Lead seems perfectly viable in here, doesn't it? Let's get ourselves a lamp. But this time, we're not going to turn it on. I'm going to just see if it will kind of just make the room a room. A bit like the dining hall becomes a room. When you put the water cooler in, the dining hall becomes a room. At the beginning of the game. That's about the only thing you can do. But you can disable it Full of water and nobody uses it. Having a good dance there, Devon. Having a good time. And playing video games. And getting hungry. What are you doing? Doing everything in the wrong order. How are we doing here? Poke shell, glum, and cooking. Poke shell fryer 5000. Yes, I clearly own a poke shell fryer. Okay. Not a laboratory. Local colony lacks astronomy skill. Not a laboratory, so we obviously need... Right, what do we need? 2 science buildings. So they don't count then, I guess. Science buildings. Well, I can't put a planetarium in there because it's too small. The planetarium's too big, the room's too small. Let's put a research station in here and see what that does. I don't know. Cram some things in here and see what happens. Who want to mop that up? Nah, I can't be bothered. Right. Dig out this floor here. This has remained here from the beginning of the game. Uh-oh. You gotta be, sorted, mister. Sorry. Didn't know you were there. You sprung up. Bit of iron ore there. There's a bit of mushroom, actually. Huh. The heck did you come from? Ah, it's all the way over here from the mushroom farm. Of course it is. Of course it is. A little bit of self-harvesting mushroom. Are you there? Have you arrived? Well done, Bubbles. Go to star map and see what we can see. I don't know why I came up here to go to the star map. That's not necessary. I don't know if Bubbles will automatically try to scan these because we've come out a bit further. I'm hoping. She will. Let's see what she chooses to do. Yeah, she's scanning. Excellent. Good job. Scanning this thing straight away. Well, that makes sense. That's the unknown object, right? Let's see what that is. Well, let's go back here and we can probably see her progress. There you go. She's nearly done it. Click on there, should I? What is it? Ooh, it's a new planet. Subsurface ocean, slime mods, cosmic radiation, an iron volcano, another one. Nice, nice, but not what I was after. Who's asleep up here? It's Devon, innit? You get on with things. Devon, you're always asleep, mate. Now let's let somebody build these. Otherwise, they won't ever get built. I just want to trick it into becoming a laboratory. I'm not sure what building to put in there to make it one. We'll try a couple of tricks. Maybe the light's got to be powered or something. I don't know. Sure, they'll have done something to prevent it. No power wire. Well, if we go down to our laboratory, which we already have, which we've gone past, there we go. We've got the geotuner, the research station, the supercomputer in here. Maybe we could put a geotuner in. That's a research building. Barbecue. Unrefrigerated and stale. But what's the point in putting seasoning on it to make it last longer? If it's I'm gonna stop doing that. That seems like a complete waste of time. Look at the amount of barbecue we have. You know, it'd take her ages to do 12 million calories worth of barbecue. Take forever. Yeah, they're not coming in and doing this, are they? Not emptying the... That's not working at all as intended. Perhaps we ought to put that in this room. Let the duplicants just come and get a fish egg to put in it. And then they might actually do it. I'm wondering if it's because it's holding this door as well. Not becoming a kind of a room. Deconstruct that bit of wire. That was the theory, is these doors would unlock and they could take the fish and drop it into the relevant room. I don't think it works. For some reason they refuse to take the fish out and put it in there. Won't do it. And it's feeding them some slime. They must be about to grow. Harvest themselves. We won't catch it on camera, it'll take ages. If we deconstruct this tile first at an angle, and then we do that one, a little bit of this should drip into there. We can put that block back pretty quick. Put it back again. That's all we want. Hey! Ugh. Made it out of sandstone for some reason. That was lovely. Could have been obsidian. Right, that will give us way too much liquid now. We're going to drain all of this out. And we'll probably just drip it onto the floor when we're done. And mop it up. Oh well. Would someone like to come and put that back so I can finish my liquid lock of doom? No, probably not. Okay, fair enough. We can get the carbon dioxide out of here. We could put a liquid drop there and there. And that would help to keep the gas that's cold in here when they come in and out. Keep it in there. I'd have to do that one at an angle, wouldn't I? We want that to drop down there. Oh, you can do it from there. Well done, you. I'm impressed. Okay. Get rid of that tile. And deconstruct. I think you can just get all of that, can't you? Yeah, not really. If I don't press the right button, you can't. Get all of that. There isn't any wires or pipes or anything in there you shouldn't be destroying. A little bit of that crude will drip in, but that's fine. Build yourself a bottle emptier. Not out of ceramics, crikey. What's this? Igneous. Make it out of igneous. They're so desperate for igneous, they're running in here and stealing the igneous. Because there's a little blob of liquid right here, there's a vacuum in here. Nice. Mop that out. We don't want that in there. Sweep up whatever that junk is. Please, get rid of that. We'll build ourselves an aqua tuner. We're going to flip it around the other way. This one will be steel. Flip it around the other way. Hang on. No, we're not. That's actually perfect for us because the output will be that side and the input will be there. Yeah, that's correct. I didn't realise we'd flipped that one. Must have done. Our liquid loop. Let's not do it from the wrong one. This one is actually supposed to be the water input to feed them. So let's get rid of that before I make a mistake. I know I'm going to. We need a... This will be the input, I guess. Actually, no. Rotate that like that. go... No, don't do that. That one. Delay that order. Right, good. So this will go to... I'd normally make this out of like obsidian, but we're just running low on it now. We keep using it for everything. Actually, no, it's got to go there. It goes out by one into the machine. Out of here. And hang on, yeah, that's basically we're copying this, so we'll nip it there. Jump. I guess it doesn't need to be obsidian. Let's make it out of igneous. And that goes into there. So it gets its temperature checked. If the machine needs to run, cool it, then it will come out here and join this pipe and carry on. If the machine doesn't run, this is one of the machines that it will stop. All the water will just stop in the pipe. So this is kind of like an overflow. So if the machine's not on, it can carry on to here, jump over and carry on. So if it's cold enough and it doesn't need to be cooled, we'll do that. So this will be the presumably hotter that's been through here and absorbed all the temperature. Comes back into here. We'll be able to expand this and use it in other places, but probably going to be too cold because this needs to be pretty darn chill, I think. There we go. That is steel. Why is that tungsten? Muppets. Stop making things out of tungsten, will you? He says, about to make something out of tungsten. Alright, fine, whatever. Apparently we're waiting for steel to be made. And I can't wait. Oh, not lead. That's terrible. Don't use lead. Right, so we'll have to add some more water to this room so that when we unbrick this can spread across. We won't be able to get out because of this little blob of crude. That won't last forever because that is just a small amount, just a few grams. So it can absorb the temperature and possibly turn into petrol or sour gas. But for a pinch, for just doing a quick fix job like this, absolutely perfect. We also need to pop a power wire down here. Not a copper one. There we go. Awesome. Hello, Manolo40. Thank you for the follow. Most appreciated. Let's get this a show on the road. Try and make some sleet wheat so we can make berry sludge to feed the rockets. The rocket pilots, should I say, not the rockets. We've only got these few, and the one down here that I'm going to lock the door on to see if it self-harvests or not. I don't think it does, but we'll leave it. We'll see if it does. That's a little sneaky way to make a vacuum. Tiny liquid luck of doom. And that was supposed to be to dump all the crude that came in here that we mopped up. But I wasn't quick enough to set it and they've taken it away. Give them lots of jobs to do. We will pop over to later. Give these guys some work to do. Oh, no, we're not. They're going to bed. We are going to give them some work to do because we are going to tile up to there. Going to leave a good little gap there, maybe 3 tiles wide. Do that. Then we're going to dig all this out, so we're going to need to put ladders there so they can get across. Going to ladder up just to there. We'll let all this water into this room. That'll be perfect. Rid of it. What's this? Oxalite. Not emitting because it's overpressured. Oh, nice. Wheat. More ethanol in there to get rid of, but I don't think get across properly. Dig away some of this. Keep thinking this is extraordinarily hot material because of the other asteroid it is. On here it's like -9. Oh, game save. Let's have a drink. I think I've run out of drinks. Crap. What am I going to drink? I will leave you watching this and I will be right back. And that is when you put your foot in the bowl that you put behind you while you were streaming. And cough, 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 cough. Plumbing. We need a pitch pump. We'll place it right. Yeah, then we got to wait for this guy to be removed. Ah, thank you. I don't normally dig the plants out. I just dig the rock out that it's growing from. Can you plant it now? Why won't it let me put the bleeding thing down? Okay. We'll do it again. Ah. Let's put it a bit higher. Ah, now it will. It works. Eureka. Nosh bean. We can make tofu. Everybody needs to make... Ooh, some more sleet wheats. Can we get to them without... No, this is all snow and ice. If that melts, we're going to have a massive leakage problem. Cool salt. Cool salt. That's called slush, so that one's polluted. And that one's not, but it's brine. Okay, so we can combine those, because if you do the old combination of a refinement, combination water sieve desalinator, because they don't get damaged if you put the wrong liquid through them. So you can put brine through a desalinator, and you can put brine through a water sieve. Same with polluted water. You can put polluted water through the water sieve. It will become clean water, and it will go through the desalinator. It won't do anything. Awesome. Certain machines don't get damaged by putting the wrong liquid or wrong ingredient through them. We are going to need a bigger storage tank for polluted, aren't we? We got polluted up here. I want to use this as a way into this area. And we can use this liquid sulfur because it will drip down and it will... Yeah, it will help to melt some of the ice and stuff around here. But it will also make it easier to harvest the liquid sulfur. So, reasonably hot. Let's now go... where are we going to go with this one? There. And straight across. Actually, if we go a bit higher, 1, 2, 3, 4. And stand on the ladder and dig all of that out. Cancel that bit there. We'll soon get this place tidied up. Every time I come back here, I do another few little bits here and there. Just dig something away. Dig out 2 wide away from that ladder. Maybe 1 wide this side. Does mean they can't jump across, but we want to pour this and we don't want to make a mess. So what are we going to do? We're going to pour it and we're going to make a huge ass mess. We know it. It's going to happen. What have we done here? Yeah. That's our aluminium volcano, and this is a water geyser, which is going to pour down here and fill this with water eventually. But hopefully by then we'll have done something with this ethanol. I've burned it off, used it for power. Long-term goals. That now gives them another job. It'll take them ages, but I keep forgetting about them and just kind of leaving them to do stuff. Let's... We're in, everything's built. That's built out of steel. That's built out of tungsten. Have we got any steel now? Seems a bit weird. We got a little bit of steel. We change that. That one's tungsten, and that's fine. And the wire is tungsten. I didn't even notice I did that before. Okay, fine. Right, we might need some water on standby. Well, this is quite high kilos, isn't it? Crikey. Probably fine. Is that ploughed in? It is. Is it linked to the cooling loop? It is not. Oh, we can extend the cooling loop a little bit. We'll come out maybe just past the middle so that I can put a gold one in the middle. Like to do that. Put a gold tile, gold pipe right there, actually. Because it won't overwrite it like that. And we can bridge here, flow it round and carry on the loop. And this loop will automatically be replenished by this. Just a tank of polluted water bridged onto the loop. And if you do that, then it means you can extend your loop, do what you want, and it'll automatically fill in the gaps for you. Don't have to worry about it. There we go. Build some things for me. Thank you very much indeed. I don't want to put the bridge on here. Because if I put a bridge there, it'll take all the water and it won't be able to go until I've finished everything. I shall wait. We could bridge down from this and then just connect the pipe. Fine. I'm pretty sure we'll be okay. I'll just pause it quickly. And get round like that. Connect it in at the top and cancel any deliveries. Get a... it doesn't need to be obsidian. Crikey, I did waste a lot of obsidian. And that's the wrong way. Put it the right way around, please. Thank you very much. That'll add to that. That'll add that one into the cooling loop and it will become as if it was never not part of it in the first place. It was always there. No one will ever know that we snuck in and added another one. Snook is the technical term. We do need to power this thing and it can't be powered off of that because it's 1200. That would be 2400. You have to put it on its own power transformer. Trying to keep the power transformers in line, but that's not going to work. I'm just going to stick it underneath. Let's put it under here. It can go right there. Yeah, you can go right there. We'll put a little tile underneath here so you've got a floor. You know this is where it starts getting out of hand and you start to build everything. Oh, hang on. Where's the power wire? Oh, it's there, isn't it? Too many things in one tile. Yeah, lead. Yes. You can be lead if you wish. Make sure that I haven't forgotten anything. That's all I'm trying to think. What have I forgotten? Pretty sure I've forgotten something. Now, if I put a tile there and then build that one, that will probably squish into here. It'd be really annoying. I'm going to have to put a tile there and hopefully that will raise up and won't go in here. But, you know, it's going to go the wrong way. I got a feeling. I got a feeling it's just going to do it. Yeah. Power-wise, everything's done. This has got to be set to... It's above 5. Cool it down. Problem with that, the only real liquid we can use for coolant is polluted water. And polluted water can go to -20. So if you go 5 minus 14, you're all right. But you got a bit of leeway. You got a bit of leeway. I could use a bit of crude if I can click on it. You know, we've got a whole tank of crude. Come up here and click on that. Aha! There's crude. If we go to that -40. So you got a bit of leeway, but crude isn't really as good at exchanging temperature. Go to properties, thermal conductivity of 2, and a capacity, heat capacity of 1.69. Find some polluted water to click on. Big tank of it here on our volcano that kind of died. Well, the volcano didn't, but our machine did. And thermal conductivity of 54. There we go. Much more conductive of heat. Not necessarily absorb or hold as much heat, but it's much more conductive of the heat that it does have. Which is important when you're trying to cool down a room to 5 degrees or less. but it can only go to -20. So you've got to be a little bit careful. An aquatuner will take off 14 degrees of whatever liquid goes in it. It will take 14 degrees. So we check its temperature. If it's hotter than 5, it gets cooled. If it's cooler than 5, it doesn't need to be cooled. The plants need to be at 5. We might make that 4 just to make sure, but that'll do for now. Let's try busting in here and seeing if... This is quite high pressure. So I think we're okay. We have our liquid source around... yeah, cooling loop needs to be snipped. Going a bit weird. I think we'll be fine for water pressure. That's pretty darn high, actually. There's a little room, and it will spread out over here, so that'll be about half. That'll be about 46, 47. So let's just send someone in. Deconstruct these tiles. Have fun, Lindsay, won't you? Try not to make a mess. Oh, everyone's coming. So no, a house party. Take those out, would you? Actually, you could make us a, I don't know, heck, let's make a sedimentary rock temperature plate. You know, it's got to be better than nothing, hasn't it? Let's get this done before this water gets too hot. What's the temperature of this steam? Pretty good. We're alright. They're both running now. Bit of extra power back, look. 499 watts there. 515 there. It's about 1,000 watts back. This costs, yeah, 1,200 watts. So it's only costing us 200 watts to keep the cooling loop running. And that's cooling a lot of space. That one aquatuner is cooling a lot of stuff. Someone going to take this obsidian away, please? La 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 la. Come on, come on. Why did the slowest person at building temp shift plates get the job to build the temp shift plate? Now you gotta learn. You gotta learn. You had to run supercooled hydrogen gas to keep the magma chamber from getting damaged. Supercooled hydrogen. Supercooled hydrogen would probably actually work, yeah, but if you supercool it too much, you'll get liquid hydrogen, which is what we're going to be making at some point. Liquid hydrogen. Problem with gas is, how do you say it, like a 10 kilo pipe of water. It's got 10 kilos of mass to absorb the heat that you want it to absorb, whereas gas at maximum is 1,000 in a pipe. So, you know, kind of what you've got here is 1,000 grams of oxygen. Compare that to the heat absorption, let's say, power of 10k per packet of a liquid. You're always better off using a kind of liquid to do a cooling loop. A gas. Having said that, the gas could possibly work. Who knows? Worth experimenting, I think. Oh, I got to leave that door unlocked because I want to let them come and plant if they get any more seeds. Bottom one, I'm going to lock. I'll lock that now. That floor can be expanded upon. Power line can be deconstructed now. Can it? Can it? Has it been done? Yes, it has. Goodbye, my power line. You have been the one for me. Not anymore. Right, this may need a coolant on it at some point in the future, but alright, we will do that. We can expand it around wherever it needs to go. Like, now let's break that and see if that liquid plops inside or goes up here. Supercooled hydrogen gas coolant from a volcano. That is an actual concept and a half, that is. I like it. I like it. Yeah, that would be fun. The problem is, to keep it cooled, you'd need to run coolant inside the volcano room of steam, which is really hot. So yeah, you either need materials that can withstand the temperatures, or you need to do it properly, which is what we probably should have done, but I was deliberately making it different to see if it was possible. Basically, what you would do is you would have a magma tank here underneath, make a room for magma to store in, just like we've done up here. Make a little room, little box, magma stores in it, and then you make a little magma blade or some kind of. Some people use mesh tiles because magma can't form a tile inside mesh tiles, so it drops out into another room, which would be your steam controlled room, where you could use go down to here. You could use a door like this to send the temperature through to keep the steam room exactly the right temperature so these don't overheat. Whereas we just slapped it on and just see if it would work. Yeah, I figured if you tried a liquid, but it'd have to be almost frozen, if not actually frozen, to make a difference. But then you can use liquid in the sense of like if you made liquid hydrogen. Any hydrogen? Yeah, we've got some here. If I get properties of hydrogen, actually, let's click it on here. When you make liquid hydrogen, you've got to get that to minus 252. That's nowhere near frozen. That's just a liquid. That's hydrogen turned to a liquid. So you could potentially use that as a coolant in a pipe. But the minute it leaves that cold environment, it will start gathering temperature very, very, very rapidly. And it would start bursting the pipe before it even got to wherever it was you wanted it to cool. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be carrying the malts out. You're supposed to be letting the machine do it. Oh, well, never mind. Let's... Yeah, the second your frozen material got out of the area where it was being kept that temperature, it would start absorbing. You would have to have insulation made of insulation, which it sounds Irish or very confusing, let's say, but it is like one of the ways you can feed fuel to rockets in space automatically without having pipes bursting all the time like this mess. Is by making your insulation pipes out of insulation, which is a late game material. It might sound like it's already insulated because it's an insulated pipe, but it's actually made of, say, this one's obsidian. But if you've got insulation, it has a zero conductivity. Zero. It just does not interact with anything. Whereas when the way the game works out any kind of transferring of temperature, it'll be what is the material and what is it made out of and what is it in, what is its environment. So this is a vacuum, and the pipe would exchange temperature with the liquid within the pipe. So if you tried to pump liquid hydrogen to your rocket, fuel it, the pipes keep bursting. That's why a lot of people use lots and lots of bridges. It reduces the amount of pipage you need. I do it a very different way. I just run a very small amount of liquid because you can run less than, I think it's less than 1,000. So you can run like 99 grams or something, and it won't burst the pipe. We'll have to do a bit of testing. But if you run any more than that, it has the potential to turn to steam or change state within the pipe, and then it will burst it. Run it through a vacuum chain, but yes, you could try that. Oh, but it doesn't work in space, like I say, so that is a vacuum chain. Space. So it does still change temperature with its own, the liquid and the pipe that the liquid is made of. And it can still burst. Very complicated, but it's fun to experiment. So yeah, you're right, it's worth trying. But I wouldn't want to run a gas pipe with freezing liquid in this room when this is erupting. You'd have an awful mess on your hands. I wouldn't want to run a liquid pipe trying to keep these cool, because the idea is you want this room as hot as possible. Well, not as hot as possible, but hot enough to run the turbines and cool the stuff down. The idea for this one wasn't just to get power, it was to try to get the igneous rock, cool it down and send it to feed the hatches automatically. It kind of failed. We could rip this turbine off, make this a little room, keep these two maybe. Drop the magma when it erupts. So we could drop it down this side so we have a tank underneath. And then a temperature controlled door onto the steam room. And just leave this as is. And then the cooler will cool that room. The steam room will do its thing. But then we won't be able to get the igneous rock out. It'll just be for power. Point. That's that. There's ways and means of messing around with it. We can have a play and see what we can come up with. I like your thinking though. That's the way to think in this game. You gotta think kind of, how the heck can I do this? How the hell can I make that work? The game is frozen to save. I'll have a quick drink. Insulated pipe made of insulation is the best in the game, but it is very late game material, and by the time you've got to that stage, you've probably already done and got things, made everything that you want to make. So you kind of like get to that point and you're like, well, I've got the stuff I need now to make it, but I figured out other ways to make it or whatever, so I don't need it anymore. Like supercoolant. By the time you get supercoolant, you've already made all the machines and they're already running all right. So you're like, yeah, do I need to change it to supercoolant? Not really. You do just because you can. Not because you kind of need to. Ah, that's pushed up to there. That's perfect. I'll put a block there so that when that pushes out, it doesn't drip everywhere and make an awful mess. So we'll return our block back there and this is all ready to go. Stomp says, yeah, I figure you only have radiant pipes on the equipment, then immediately run it out of the turbine area. Run to above the next equipment and make another quick dip into the chamber. Yeah, you can do that. The problem I would suggest with that would be that you're not going to be cooling the equipment down. Let's go to, say, this place again. I see what you mean. You have a liquid pipe, whatever the pipe is, the coolant. It dips down and comes up, then it dips down again and comes up. Maybe, well, not that one because that's the actual one that cools it. So yeah, you can do that, but the problem is you're now going to be cooling the steam in this room. And that's the steam in this room is what you want hot to run the turbines to cool the material down and to get free power and all that stuff. If you're running a cold liquid into this room, you're just going to absorb the heat from your steam that you need this to run at. So if your cold liquid that's running into this room is colder than 125, which is what a steam turbine needs to run at. This is starting to warm up because they're kicking on and off heat every now and again. Must be getting hotter. Come back to life already. Crikey. Let's go and check on the knowledge flight status. How you doing there, Bubbles? Yeah, she's not getting angry anymore. She's zero stressed. I think I forgot to change her schedule. The rocket ship schedule. I'll now change schedule, Bubbles. Sorry about that. She's only eaten one piece of food, and look how much databanks we've already got. 50 and what was that? I'm trying to see. 36. 37 now. Keep going, Bubs. You're doing grand things. She can stay up there quite a while with just that little bit of food. Keep her going. Now we've got to fill this so I can get rid of some of this carbon dioxide. It's really annoying. Once this area is dry, which it is. Pop that out. Someone got excited down here and sticker bombed everywhere. I want to get rid of that. Any picture pumps I set up here to think? No, not a sausage. This thing's been running for ages just trying to get us a little bit of diamond. It's working its way, it's trying. Don't worry, when we get a red bolt reactor. So we're going to change the supply now to this one. I'm going to put a pump down here, and we're going to use this water up. We're going to feed that into this area here. This is where this was coming from. It was polluted, and it was yeah, you can deconstruct all of that if you want. That one, make sure that polluted gets out. Clean water goes into the sieve. It doesn't care. It doesn't damage it. Polluted water goes into the sieve. It cleans it. And all of that comes out and gets fed into our plants. And in order to keep our plants going for as long as possible, we're going to add that other water to it. This water. So, can we borrow this pipe? No, we need that to feed the wells down there. That feeds the wells. Can't use that pipe. Have to use put a new one in. One of the bridges are facing the wrong side by chance. The coal room you're building. This one. For the sleep beats. Right, maybe it is. You're right. Yeah, this is facing out and that's facing up. Oh, we better change that. Thank you for pointing that out. There's always something you miss. When I originally did it, I thought the water would be flowing this way around to keep this room cool. Then I realised that kind of that's the output. So, yeah. Well, we could snip that and put that in there so it goes that way around. Nah, it's fine. Fine. Yeah, we'll have to let them in. Remove that. Because now it's got to come... Yeah, it's got to go that way now. We've got to remove this and put it the correct way around. Ah, observant peoples. Thank you very much. Thank you, Manolo. I missed that. I would have definitely, like, when I was building this up here, I forgot to put the conveyor rails in. Like, that's the sort of, like, you know that if you're putting stuff into one of these, you've got to give it a direction. If you don't put one conveyor rail somewhere, I'm going to know which way to flow, so it will just flow whichever way it wants to. I think this thing is warming up, even though it's not erupting. I'm pretty sure it's warming up. Because it's kind of, these are kicking on and off. Right, have they done that now? We could just put that as a pipe now, but I'll put a bridge in, just in case we want to run something through there. Not that it would be advisable or useful. So we'll put it like that, just to help. Give it a direction. Right, so it will be temperature checked. If it's hotter than, if it's more than 5, it will be cooled. So the first time you fill it, it will probably actually warm this room up until it's run for long enough. One more block in here. Come on. Let me do it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, game. Do we need to put any more water in here? It's 48 kilos over there. This isn't generating much heat yet, and that is not a very good temperature plate at all. I'd rather have made it out of diamond, but we're trying to keep our diamonds. Yeah, pipes are all right, but I can work my way with pipes, but rails seem to behave differently, don't they? They don't have like a logical, sensible way to them. Yeah, 48 kilos per tile should be good for both of them. I'd rather that was diamond, so it really put a lot of heat into the, spread it around into the steam. But that's done. Oh, is there a crumb in there to sweep out? Let's get that crumb out. Yeah, there is. That'll annoy me. Right, so now we've got to decide. Are we going to just fill this with polluted water and get it running? Or are we going to run... We could run... Ah, no. Oh, brine, isn't it? Going from here. Nice and chill. 5 degrees. We could steal some polluted water for our cooling loop from the cooling line, because as I say, it's got a tank bridged onto the line, so it'll instantly replenish whatever we steal from it. We can actually add some water. Like that. That's what we're going to do. We're going to steal some to feed round here. Now we've got it going the right direction. When it first goes in, it'll... No, it's 22. It's not too bad. Won't take much to do it. Right. That's now done. I think we'll leave that there in case I have to come back in. I don't see why we should, but might do. Can you give me a couple of pipes, please? Steal our cooling line. Start filling this up. Going to cancel that. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to set this to above whatever that is, the maximum. So it doesn't start running, because this is going to be a bit funny unless we cut this off. Let it fill completely in one go. Might do that. Might do that. I'd rather it cooled everything evenly rather than having a couple of packets that are like really hot and some that are cold. Let that flow around. Yeah, we'll actually start cooling this room down a little bit, because that is only 22 degrees. Picking up temperature already. Aluminium pipes. Aluminum is so good. Absorbing temperature. Wow, that's up to 30 degrees nearly. That will work lovely. The problem is the temperature of the water we're putting in. That's going to be very, very hot. We're going to have to cool that water before we can feed it in there. Otherwise, it probably just stifle the plants. Or we can get some water going from the other side. We don't really need this to be fed all the way over there anymore. We can use the hot water for our oxygen. We could steal some of this, but this keeps going dormant all the time. We could take this water that is being desalinated, sent round here. We could feed that into our, because that's nice and chill. 27 degrees, that probably would be perfect. That's a good water to use, good temperature, and it's coming in the right direction as well. So, yeah, instead of doing this, might come up from above instead. Just so we've got the option. We've got the choice if we want to. Plumbing. Bridge. That's all jammed up now. Oops, wrong place. I'll unjam that in a minute. Don't build that one. Right. Liquid pipe. We need to send that back up, please. You deconstruct this. That. Get it out of the way. I can't. This was old things that we built ages ago. Right, so what we're going to do, snip that, feed back, snip that there, and off we go. Got a couple of bit of spare space in the line is never a bad thing. You want a couple of, otherwise it does this. This is what it's doing. It's going to do this jerky movement thing. Also doing it because they're building liquid pipes, so we'll have to wait for them to finish doing that. And you can see the way it sort of behaves sometimes when you've got too much water in there. Yeah, we could do that. We could, one thing is mixing both at your pipes, say one pocket of 5k of cold and add another 5k of the hot, and then kind of just try and blend them together in a way. Yeah, I get you. I think we're going to steal at least one more packet out of this. Send it back that way. Reconnect that. It off. Oh, crap. Very similar in principle to what we were doing at the top. Yeah. Is that going to flow now? Yeah, that's going to flow now. There we go. We might need to take one more packet out. I'm not sure, because when you activate this, we're going to do now, if it's above 5, cool it. Now, do we need an extra space? No, it creates a space. There we go. I remember now. Already down to 12 degrees. Going to flow around and cool this room down. Now we need to feed it water. And I think we're going to steal this water. Means we'll have to do something else with the oxygen supply up the top, but we'll worry about that in a minute. I think, actually, there isn't a pipe there, is there? No, I didn't put one in. I just want to steal that water straight away. Liquid pipe. Build that. Similar to what we did if I come up here and I go to, where is it? This room here. This comes out at 326.9 degrees, which was melting the liquid pump, because it's only steel and it can go up to 275. So what we did, we added a little liquid valve here, and the crude oil that's coming up from the 2 oil wells down the bottom of the map, we're just siphoning a tiny amount and we're sending 250 grams up, comes across, and it drips in. And it keeps this at 140 degrees. Nothing in here overheats. It's still hot enough to cook the poached shells. That's fine. They get cooked nicely. 93 degrees that one is. He's about to cook. Me just turn my volume down a bit because it's gone loud again now. 94.3. He's very hot. Here comes some dirt from the other side. Dripping in here. Very nice. So yeah, that just keeps this leaky oil fissure still hot enough to cook these guys, but not so hot that it destroys your equipment. Because it doesn't run that much, does it? Is he going to evolve now? This guy's just dropped in. He'll be absorbing heat. That also helps because they absorb the heat. 96.8, 96.9, 97. Say your prayers, kiddo. You're about to evolve. You're about to become lime, and then you'll become steel, and then you'll become part of a machine somewhere. Aren't you proud of your career? I feel very bad for you. They don't make any meat. They are quite, yeah. 98, 99. One more degree. And all that water should be being flowed into the plants down below, but we haven't fed them any dirt. So they have got some dirt because the duplicants fed them. But we will lock that door and try and make the machine do its job. 100 degrees. He will evolve at any moment. Are you going to? Oh, he's gone. Sweeper picks up his poached shell malt. And now he's on his way to become down here, and then he'll become some lime. Let's get back to our machine. There seems to be cooling loop running. Is there any water coming through here? I mess up. Yes, I did. That's why it won't go round. We want it to go kind of... Is it coming? Oh, some's coming. We want it to go there, and we want it to go there. So this has got to be snipped. Good. Come in. 6 degrees. We're actually warming that up down here with a teppidizer. We could change the temperature of that and set it down a couple of degrees. But it's not making it quite so hot. This one, yeah, make it 3. 3 degrees. Make it 3 instead of 5. Yeah, there we go. That was just to stop it bursting the pipes all the time, which is very annoying. Now, if this is going to be a permanent setup, I would just run this pipeline straight across. I would have put the entrance point here instead of here, but never mind. I wanted it out of the building so that if I want to lock these doors and stop the dupes going in, this can. Are we going to get any water in here? Comes 8 degrees. And we're going to change this pipe up. I think we're going to make it better quality of insulated pipe so it's not picking up as much temperature. run it straight like that instead. And then from here, we'll also insulate it to there. That way it won't pick up so much temperature on its way around. Map. It'll stay nice and chill. This should split it 50-50. One packet goes each way. It's only 3,500 because that's what a desalinator produces. I think it's enough to fill this before that plant can eat it all. It will flow right to the end. It is 8 degrees, but we are cooling it pretty rapidly. It's down to 1.5. And this polluted water is anyway. They should start growing. We're a bit high on body temperature at the moment. 9 degrees, 8.9, 8.8. It's going down. Yeah, they should start growing soon. This might be the one closer. Going down? Yes, it is. So, I think we can, because it's polluted water, we can risk like 0 on here. Hotter than 0, cool it. I wouldn't want to go too much below 0 with just polluted water because you don't want to freeze it, and it freezes at -20. Got a little bit of leeway. If it's over 0, you're pretty safe. Won't go too far. I don't mind the fact there's one gap in the pipe. We know that will keep flowing, then it will keep running and won't stop. I want this to be a bit more chill though, so this is a little bit hot. Rather get this pipe done so that the water that's coming out doesn't get quite so hot on its way over. But we might snip it now. Just leave it in the pipe. It's fine. It's fine for a minute. It will back off up to here. Probably block this from running, but it's fine. It'll save up in the pipe. Well, they've built this. And it was going up to do our little loop up the top. And it was cooling our igneous rock. But if we're cooling our own igneous rock and dropping it in there at a nice edible 35 degrees, then I don't think we need it running through there to cool it down. But it does mean our oxygen is going to get a lot hotter because we're now making oxygen with much hotter water. The game is saving. It's frozen. Not me pausing the game all the time. The game is saving. I set it to every 2 cycles, so it still feels just as frequent. But yeah. Oh, there's some insulated pipes, shall we? Actually, I'll tell you what, I'm going to just link that. Let it carry on where it was going for now. Might as well. Because it's only going to be sat in the pipe warming up anyway, so might as well go off on its merry way. What I'm probably going to do is put some tanks up here, I think, some liquid tanks. So that we can store some water up. Steel. I'd like to make them out of steel, but I really want to keep my steel for purposes. We can have 2 or 3 tanks there set up ready. We can fill those with water so that during its dormant phases, which are very frequent, you can still have some water to keep feeding to our plants. And if we don't get enough from that, we can always send water over that's nice and chill from the other place. Pop over there while we're thinking about it quick. And there's a iron volcano for them to do stuff with. There's a liquid sulfur geyser there. I want to drop this ladder down, right down to there, please. I think this is a nice place to bust in here, where we won't get attacked by bees. We will eventually get attacked by bees, but hopefully by then we'll have suits on, so everything will be good. Right along there. I'm not measuring it or anything. I'm just going to dig it all out. Just get rid of it. Rid of all this crap. Yep. Perfect. Probably even drop this ladder now. There and just dig out this space. There is a ladder there already. Okay. Dig that out then. This is still working as our deep freeze, so I'm going to leave that alone. Right, now we can bust through here. I like this bit. See if we can make a right royal mess. Actually, let's put a block there, and can't put a block there. Suppose we can put one here, can't we? That. Build that, and we'll bust through there. Excellent. Right. Are these growing now? Yeah, they're down to temperature. They are growing. Ah. Ha! Excellent. Got these doors currently locked. And it seems that if you get a seed, these sweepers can actually plant it. So if one of these forms a seed, this one can actually plant that. This one has got lots of space to plant. Hopefully we'll find some more seeds over there and send them over. Oh, we'll have to let the dupes in to do it because they won't be able to reach over here. But I won't set that to take the sleep wheat anywhere or do anything with them until we're ready. Until we've filled this whole thing. Room temperature in there now. Yeah, it's getting pretty chill. Look at that. Nice. Lovely. Prefer it wasn't so goddamn hot outside the door, but never mind. Not like we can do about that. Oh, these pipes are all different temperatures. This bit's green, that bit's blue, this bit's red. That's not even running anymore, look. It's got it down to temperature and it's like, no, you're fine, you're -2. Don't need to run. Just keep flowing. Keep flowing. Right. Ah, we can snip. No, can't yet. No, keep going. Snip that off. Reattach it. Right. While they're doing that, I'll just go and have a quick look at where the water was going to cool things down. It looks really good, doesn't it? I was pretty pleased. This is where the water comes from the other end. And it runs through here in an effort to try and cool down this material that's being fed to the... Well, there's no material in here to feed them now. Uh-oh. You're going to be hungry, aren't you? Yeah, they are. Wow, they eat a lot of food. My word. Might have to re-enable some of these. Start sweeping. Can you sweep me some granite? Yeah, it already is set to granite. Let's change it from sweep only to allow them to dump it in. There we go. So if they can find any granite, they'll start feeding the machine. And that will sweep it in and dish it out to the hatches. It comes through here, drops down onto this pressure plate. Pressure plate is deliberately one away from the wall because they always stand right by the wall there and pile up. And it's set to like 500 kilos. And it just locks that vent when it's got 500 kilos on it. It just locks that. Doesn't drop any more down. It feeds it all evenly to all of them. That's right. This is done actually well, better than I expected. Make a little small. This is small compared to what I normally would build, but I just wanted to get something going. Now we need to drop dirt in here, so this is where the infinite loop thing comes in, because if you set that to allow manual use and dirt, that will just come in here, pick the dirt up, run back up, put it in there, keep doing that all the time, ruining your cold loop. So I think we'll just give them access. For now, we'll just give them access until we've got it all planted. And what we'll do, in fact, is put a couple of storage boxes and set them to dirt. That way they can just come along, grab some dirt, run in and feed them. They don't come along halfway across the map from nowhere with a tiny amount of dirt to feed one of these. That's what they'll do. They're all set to a 1. Once these are built, we'll set them to dirt. And they're not sweep only. Cultivated soil, dirt, beyond say 8. Yes, that didn't work, did it? Copy settings to there. Here we go. That means they can carry a real good amount, like whatever they can carry, their carry capacity, they can grab a huge amount. But if they're coming to feed one of these, they'll just bring, like, you know, whatever it needs, 9 kilos. You're like, no, don't waste your time just bringing 9 kilos. Actually put that box right here, because I have a better idea. They put dirt in there, we can put a sweeper over there. If this works, if it self-harvests, I don't think it will. If it does, we can put a sweeper there and it will just feed the dirt straight in. They can bring the dirt, sweeper will feed it. So I'm going to cancel this. That one can go. I'll put it there because I thought it was convenient because it's near the door. This is actually a better idea. Let's also set up the water now. Oh, come on, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah, we'll connect that back again. Connect you in so that can go to... That lot can carry on where it's going. This lot can be fed into the plants. It's going to stay a better temperature now, I should think. Yeah, it's done right up to there. And I'm also going to do this piece now. Yeah. Didn't do it before. It didn't seem much point at the time. Starting to cool down a little bit. Because it was heating it to 5 degrees. I only did that because earlier on in the game it was bursting the pipes all the time, which was really frustrating. Right, so let's set this up to store some liquids. We should have brought this in at this height. No, maybe not. We can go... How are we going to do it? Straight through the top and straight through the bottoms, or that one feeds to that one feeds to that one, and that one feeds out. That keeps the temperatures nice and averaged. That would feed onto the line. This one would go, I don't know, like that. Or over here somewhere, wherever. I'll let them build it. Let them build it. As any liquid in a tank, if you drip another liquid in, it will instantly average with the whole lot of fluid in the tank. So if you want to keep something a nice chilled temperature, fill a tank up nearly full with whatever temperature you want. And if you start adding hot liquid to it, it will average out the temperature instantly with everything in there. Cooling loop is now -1, so that's pretty good. That's exactly what they need to grow. It will start cooling down these doors eventually and start radiating out a little bit of temperature. But what we can do if we want is build this out a bit each side and put a pump in there to make a vacuum. Then we won't have any temperature transfer at all from there to there. In fact, we might do something like that. You have to have a second door. Yeah, that's fine. Mind that. I'll leave some spaces for them to get in and out for now, but basic idea of it, that's the gist. Go down there. And then we'll brick it in, put a door on this side, door there, and we'll just use this trick with a little drip of liquid. That's all we'll do. Nothing exciting. It doesn't need to be anything dramatic. In fact, this is too big. I would rather move this ladder over and make this smaller. Put the door where the ladder is. Probably like this. Yeah, something like that. Better. Ideas pop in your head. Let's see, just to test, see if it works. Storage bin. Copy settings to there. There are dupes whose job it is. Not the pipe, I want the bin. Errands. Do we have any dirt? We do, but it's a storage job, which is the least favourite job on the list. There was a game I played where you could actually, not schedule, priorities. where you could rate the priorities like this, but you could also slide them left and right and put them in the order you wanted them in. So there, and we're stuck with storing always being the last job on the list. You can't move that to a higher priority. That was a very nice system. I liked that. I think I'm going to that one in and out properly. Right, how are we doing in here? These things going to take forever to go out. Only got some sweetles, but I'm thinking we could drop a sweetle in here somewhere. Is there enough space to kind of like this guy here? We could cancel throwing that. Let them in. Yeah, they're allowed in. We could put a under food, isn't it? Critters are under food. Yes, yes they are. We just temporarily just cancel that. It'll probably just die off in here because it'll be too cold for it or whatever. Maybe chuck a sweetle in there or two. We haven't got any of the grub rubs yet, but we will get some now because the other place has got a sulfur. Yeah. Sulfur geezer. Alright, geezer. Earlier. I was calling it uglier before, but it's earlier. Do you want to dig through the ceiling? I was going to say floor then, but it's technically ceiling. Dig through there, right in the middle. See what happens. We made magma falls. I'm sure we can make waterfalls. These little ears are just, if water does catch on the edges and go the wrong direction, it's fine. Down came the rain. Oh, wow. Look at that. Giant booger. Now it should be okay. It's just dripping in the middle. As long as you only dig the middle tile out of a 3-wide gap, it should drip through fine. Just to stop it flooding the batteries, I wanted to put these little ears on it. Now there's a bit of eggshell for you to grab. I'm very pleased. There's loads of eggshell in here. Crikey, that's some lime in the making there, isn't it? Brilliant. Dig out those 3 then. You can reach those. I'll let him get in there and get the stuff out, and then we'll dig that out. I don't want to let this polluted in here, though. But the polluted and some water is mixed together down there. Clean water there. Kind of attempting to kind of sort of shift it. We've got access to cool steam vent there. And cool slush geyser. Cool salt slush geyser. Iron volcano. Liquid sulfur, a couple of carbon dioxide, something there that I don't know what it is. That's a carbon dioxide. And what else did we have? Oh yeah, up here. We've got a water geyser, an aluminium volcano, another one. Now that still comes out hot, 95 degrees. They always give you a problem, don't they? Gotta fix this. Extremely hot water. That's nice. We made magma falls. We made magma falls. Just here. It's dormant at the moment. I'm not going to get to see that running for another 44.6 cycles. Probably another 15 on top of that as well. Yeah, when that runs, that's quite nice. But we've... oh dear. It's solid. It is solid. I'm actually going to put 2 more ceramic tiles there. So I'm going to let them in. Can you come in? Oh, you can come in. All this time you've been allowed in. You could have been taking igneous rock out of here. Be more careful, shouldn't I? Taking hot igneous rock through this, that would be a sour gas problem in the making. Is this actually unreachable build? Oh, I see why they didn't. Look, deconstruct this tile. Whoever comes down to do it, I'm going to watch this because they will fuck up. They will absolutely come down. Someone will go, ooh, igneous, and grab it and run. We've got to be careful. Be prepared. Boy Scout, be prepared. You've not got nothing in there. Going to deconstruct. Okay, fine. Yeah, you can deconstruct. And what's that? Igneous rock. See how desperate they are for igneous rock? Now they've got access to all this really hot igneous rock. They're going to be coming down here like mad to get it. I'm not going to let you. You're not having it. This plug slug has grown in here all his life. Go and check, and we'll move. We'll send that Sweetle up. He can have a life. Have a life back. Look at this. It's running like a trooper since we built it. This is getting hotter and hotter now. We're setting this higher and higher and higher because it's not quite making just enough. 807 watts is brilliant though. I think 198. Let's try that. I want to overheat them. Close to 200 as you can get without going over. You are the next contestant on that. Guess the temperature is right. Yeah, you don't want to go. Not 1 gram over. Not 1 degree too high. And they will run beautifully. In fact, that one stopped running for ages now. Only this one kicks in anymore. Someone coming to build this? No, probably not. Come on, come on, come on. Errands. Nails. Nails never fails. Come on, nails. If I take my eye off this for even a split second, someone's going to come in here. Nails has got some material to build with. I can see him carrying it. Yeah, go down the... Yeah, it's a bit hot. It's a bit hot. But, you know, you can do it. It's a bit warm. Hope you got good wellies on. Good boots. Right, out you go. Someone else coming? A bit of... Yeah. Coming. Nisbet, it's your turn, is it? Right. Gonna hit out only. Nobody else comes in here to steal any aerials. There we go. Out you go, out you go. Get that built and get the hell out of here. I didn't even check when this is due to... Oh, it's dormant. 50 cycles. Oh, well, it's done now. Would you mind? Oh, someone took that, didn't they? Never mind. No, actually not never mind, because they can come in here by transit tube. They can run through here, come down here and get this. Ah, crafty sods. I will block that again, I think. Will I use a door this time? I think it's got to be done, because I'm going to be up in space doing something up there at the other end of the map. And they'll be running down here, grabbing igneous rock. Feed to the hatches or something. I need some way of locking this. That is an emergency airlock. If this ever gets any atmosphere, shut that door. Stop the atmosphere getting to the magma. That's just in case anything happens weird with this natural gas escaping or something. How much? Crikey. 99.4 kilos. No, 125 kilos. Per tile. I think we'll just put a block back there. Right there. Build that. Don't come down here to get the igneous to build it with, because then you'll trap yourself in. You'll be very happy. I deliberately did it like that because it's blocking this ladder right across. It will kind of guide the magma towards our spine when it does erupt. Instead of it going down here. Go this way. I think what we're going to do is put a row of bottle emptiers there, and we'll just move the magma by hand and drop it over this side. That'll be a fun project for the future. Something to look forward to. And balling the magma at the bottom of the map. Thank you for doing that. Yes, yes, yes. Let's build this tile before anyone comes. Stinky, come on, build it. Come on, Stinks. Got a fire pole straight down here, so you should be pretty quick. If anyone else comes down, they're going to be annoyed because you'll put a tile in their way. No, you're not. Stinks, stinks, stinks. No, no, no. Don't leave. Don't go anywhere. Hey, I didn't know you could do that. That's crafty. Okay, we'll have to let someone else come and build it then. Gene's coming to build it. Come on, Gene. Yeah, we sent the people away. We're doing the books for the Somnium synthesizer. We'll have to do that later. We can give those to all the... Okay, perfect. No, you can't get in here. Yeah. You can't get through to that side anyway. You can get through to this side. Probably. No, you can't. You can't get down there. Good. That is now safe. Relief. Right, let's go back and see how cold our cold room is. If it's cold at all. Yeah, that's pretty cold. That side's leaking heat in. This side, the cold is pushing out quite nicely, but I don't want it to. I want it to not do that. I'm going to modify things very slightly. Good, the ladder can go now. Deconstruct. Make sure you select buildings. Otherwise, everyone's done it, I guess, at some point. They destroyed all their pipes and power wires. Even worse if the pipes are full of liquids and you're like, no, didn't mean to do that. So we're going to put a door here on each row. We're going to put a pump in here and just pump it out to a vacuum. Now we're going to use the mini pump. Why not? Ventilation. Mini gas pump. Go wherever. There, can go there. Ventilation. Little bit of gas pipage. Doesn't need to be special. Of course it's special. Everybody's special. Get right out to there. Yeah. What's the pressure like out here? Pretty high. So we're going to have to put a high pressure valve on it. And a little bit of power wire. Well, that would be fine. We'll steal it from the door. Actually, we've got to put another door in anyway, so we can go around like that. A door there, so we'll just power it from that for now. Excellent. Get all this built. Lots to do. Plenty of time to do it in. I'm in no hurry. I like them to build things when I'm looking at it. When I'm not there, they can take their sweet ass time about everything. I don't mind. Ladder can go. Da, 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 da. There we go. Perfect. Get on with it. That was our little bit of liquid pipe where we were going to be feeding the water in from down below. I think I'll keep it there in case we do that idea that Manolo said, like where we could sort of add some water that's not so cold and add some water that is. You can flow into there. You can flow to there. Perfect. This will all be bricked up. Nobody will ever know. In fact, I might make this go straight and down rather than going there because that's wonky. A bit janky to me. That was the plan down here as well, was to start off with this pump and maybe a few big pumps. Once they've got it down to like small amounts, micrograms like this or milligrams, and then you switch to the mini pumps. They only pump 50 at a maximum anyway. You don't need the big pumps. Do a good job of that. Blossom seed. I could have done with some sleep wheats, but never mind. That's starting to fill up. What we could do here... thinks. We could go... We put a liquid bridge onto this one. Like that. That will still float past. No, it won't. Way around to do that. Yeah, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. If you put that like that, then it backs up. Then you could link it up to there, couldn't you? A bit like that. Link it back in. There's method in my madness, don't worry. I haven't gone completely crazy yet. Working on it, working on it. Right, excellent. So we need another door. There. Another door. Right there, please. We need a tile. Can you reach? Reach in there? I'm sure you can. Like, he's gone mad. He doesn't know what he's doing. No. I know what I'm doing. Probably. Maybe? Somebody? This one never got built. Did I let them in? Yeah, I did, but I never built it. Okay, it's on too low a priority. But if we set this one to critter, we haven't got any of the worms, the grubs, which would be much better to have. Beetle. Put it on a 9. But we've got to come up and make sure that nobody wrangles one of these beetles in the next. It was up to 20, so that's fine. We've got loads. We've got 12 in there. So we've got spare time. We can come down here. Hopefully there's nowhere else for Sweetles to go. We'll wrangle him out. And I'll dump him in here. He'll probably live his life and die. He probably won't lay an egg. Prefer he went in the top one because there's more there. But we'll do another one in a minute. Once he's in there, we'll destroy that. Put the plant, like, whatever you call that, blueprint back. I think there's too much stuff on too high a priority because they're not doing this pipe. Oh, they're going miles to find plastic and stuff. They've got to go in the base to get the plastic. Ah, here we go. If I snipperoo there, all the water will be carried over and put into there. All the water. All the waters. If that should ever back up, it will carry on up and go be made into oxygen. So that will just give us 3 tanks full, if it ever gets that far. Not even sure if 3 tanks full is, it only works when these are both erupting. This one is, so we should get some. Just means that we can keep the nice cold liquid for longer rather than sending it away. Much as we can have. I might even build more tanks. I might even build another 3 or 4 over here. Have loads of storage. Thank you. Building that. No point pumping yet. There's no door. You know? Hello? We're just pumping our cold air out here. Another idea is just pass through Entergate with the pipes. Entergate pipes. Not sure I get you. Not sure I get you. You'll clarify. See if we can word it differently. Not sure it'll help. I've been streaming for 3 hours. My brain's mush at this point. Now this won't work as a vacuum until we put a liquid blob here and here. I will deconstruct that ladder as well. And we will drop a little blob. A blob is a technical term. Now we'll get rid of the corner there so we can do it. We'll get rid of that corner there so we can do it. Excellent. Things are coming up. Oh. Can someone build these doors? I don't think it'll matter because as soon as they walk through them, they'll let all the air back in. Oh, right. Yes, I see what you mean. Just pass the pipe through. put that there. We'll put one here as well when they deconstruct that tile. I forgot about this. On the enter side, the white side. Yeah, this side. You can just pass straight through and up. Yeah, that would work. Once it's full, it'll just carry on. Uh-oh, my monitor's turning itself off. There's a setting I need to adjust on that. I haven't quite discovered where it is, but every 2 or 3 hours it decides, oh no, you're not watching anymore, I'm turning off. Yes, yes I am. That. Yeah, I definitely want to move this pipe out of here. That's not nice. I don't like that. That means we need to get to there, I guess. Yeah. I'm gonna. We'll leave that in situ. Yeah, we're leaving that in situ. Right. That means we'll have to jump there instead. But that's fine. That matches with this one. There. Won't connect it yet. I can see the water's flowing, so it's definitely feeding this one. And the Sweetle's in there. Hooray! And did it get Sweetle tending? Yay! You got 5% growth speed. Well, that's beautiful. No need for the bridge. That's what, yeah, I know what I meant. Yeah. It could literally just run straight through there and up. And then if this is full, it will just bypass it and carry on up. Yeah, could have done that. Should have done that. Probably would be neater to do that. In fact, I might do that. Like that. When they've built that, we can deconstruct the bits and pieces we don't need. Any coming? Anything? Any water? Any sign? 4.1. Yeah, something's coming up. Excellent. Good job. Nice. We've got a nice insulated room. I'll put a bottle emptier there as well. Be quite annoying because it will let crude oil everywhere. But there we can go. Now we can do this one, I think. Yep, we can do you. I'll leave that in case we do add some hot water from this tank here. Ah, that's a bit annoying, isn't it? They can't reach that one. That's got to be set to crude oil. That's got to be destroyed because I don't want them putting anything there. I've got to go up and get rid of the other crude oil one, which is in here. The only place where they dump crude oil because it ends up in the... Ah, look at this. Gotcha! There's 3 there, 4 there, 5. You got caught by your heads, pals. Sorry. You just have a timer. Oh, the gap at the brine and saltwater water systems needs a dupe to fix the machine salt. Right, yeah, that will come over eventually. There's 2 or 3 dupes that are not allowed out of the base. So one of those will get the job eventually. Now, if you watch, the second one will kick in just a moment down here. You can just see it. This one will stay closed the entire time. This one now begins to open. Any second now. There it goes. Ah, and this is 140 degrees. Because we're dripping a little bit of crude into it to cool it off a little bit. Not much. Doesn't need much, but it is this thing. 326.9 degrees, which is pretty darn hot. As long as it's hotter than 100, it will cook a poke shell. It's called the Poke Shell Fryer 5000. Clearly, I do own a poke shell fryer. That's the episode we built it. And after a while, they realised, just like a cartoon character, that they're actually got to fall in. And now they all drop in. And then the timer and the other timer both end at pretty much the same time. That one opens and this one closes. Oops, bring in more poke shells, put them there. And that is. Now you click on a poke shell and you can see they're slowly absorbing temperature 24, 24.2, 0.4, 0.6. He's cooking. He's being cooked. There we go. He's getting cooked. So we'll back off, back to... Oh, where was it? Over here. Machine needs... I think they've done it. I think someone's come and done it. Yeah, there's 2 or 3 dupes that are stuck in the base. They emptied the machine. Gonna do one of those yourself. Yeah, the game... it thought you was being rude then. It thought, no, not having that. I'm just going to snip that off and let that empty, I guess. And we'll connect that. This is emptied. We'll let it empty. And now we need a little drop of crude. Actually, we need to build that tile first. As long as no one goes in here, that's a vacuum. And that is a perfect temperature seal. Once you've got a vacuum, nothing can get through. We got a nice thick area of insulated tiles. Should be pretty good. We're going to put a little drop of liquid here, which we're going to create. We're going to make it ourselves by mopping this pool up here that we left. Mop that up, please. Now put it in there, and that'll put a drip just here, similar to that, how we got in there. Build that. Similar idea. Steam pressure seems pretty good. When somebody decides to come and do this mop order, we can stop them going in there until that drip is in position. Actually, we will need to brick it up by 1. Once the drip is in position, we'll brick it up by 1. So it kind of be a stepped down. Normal power doors, like this one. That's powered. Yes. How they get in here and make us some glass. Actually, we can make some more glass. Thanks for reminding me. I needed a reminding. I want to see if this weird spike thing that I created into the water actually works. I think it does. Just to kind of keep this machine cool, because it kept overheating, especially when it's in a vacuum. If you're constantly dripping a tiny amount of water on here, it gives it something to exchange temperature with. There you go. A little blob. Now it goes back like that again. That's what we'll have here when someone decides to put it in. Errands. Someone do that now for me? Hopefully it won't disappear. Sometimes when you put a thing in it, it just vanishes. Boom, gone. I don't want anyone going in there until that's been done. Let's see if it works. I have to put a tile there and hopefully it'll push the liquid up. Not outwards or inwards or some weird place. If it doesn't work, it's fine, it's fine. Ah! Perfect. Deconstruct you. Excellent. Now, yeah, I think I might do that first instead. We'll put a tile here. Because it has to be an angle. Otherwise, it won't actually act as a liquid lock. Won't work. What the heck did I just destroy? That seemed like something important. No, I don't think so. Oh, it's part of the gas pipe. Ah, okay. This is now a vacuum. We can get rid of this now. This will stay a vacuum as long as this liquid pushes up when we build the tile. Leave that there. We can put some liquid in there if we need to get back in here. I hate it when I do that. Delete the wrong thing. You click on the thing and you think you're deleting the thing you're looking at, but the game thinks otherwise. Oh, the poke shell cooker doors. You can grab creatures by their heads with the normal doors. I think it does work. With the, I just use the blast doors because I think it's like a lot quicker and easier. But when I tested it, I think it did work. But it doesn't hold them as long, so you got to have it held for long enough for you to open the door underneath it for it to fall out into wherever it is you want to cook them. Poke shell cooker doors. That's an awesome name. Got to remember that. Yeah, you can use them with powered normal doors. Yeah, that will work. I think it doesn't look as impressive. Well, it worked when I tested it anyway. Because I found it by accident by using like normal steel doors. And I found out it grabbed the poke shell by his head. So it only works on creatures that are too high. Most of the creatures are smaller than that, so it doesn't work on them. Beetles and things. Doesn't work. Hey, stop climbing out the ceiling. No need for that. Have some manners. You don't need to be here, mate. You need to be wrangled up and put where you're supposed to be. So this has got to be set back to copy settings. Boom. We will get in here and get that bit of... Oh, we could make the machine do it, couldn't we? We haven't actually got anywhere for it to go yet. Ah, that's a technical hitch. If I go straight like that, it means I got to dig in here to get those two. Nuts. Well, we got to do this anyway. Now, let's build that up and see if it works. I want it to push the liquid up to here. That's what we want. If it doesn't, it's fine. We can just dig this out, put up another bottle into it, and drip another drop. Drip another drop. Pick that up. Get rid of it. I have to put a ladder in here so we can reach in and build these. Can you build it? Someone's building it. Come on, please work. Oh, granite. I wonder it took them ages to get the materials. It's granite. Usually all the granite gets fed to the hatches. So I want that liquid to just move up when Ellie decides to actually come and build it. How many dupes can, change a light bulb? Plumbing. Bottle emptier. Face it that way. Put it there. Now let's see what happens to that liquid. Hopefully it goes upwards and doesn't go sideways. Oh, nuts. I think it got deleted by the game. May have gone down here. Ah, there it is. Found you. Now we can mop it up again. Well, that's handy. Do need to get this pipe linked to this, don't we? We're not feeding the old creatures any longer. We can borrow this bridge. Actually borrow this bridge now. It's in there a long time. But we need to get this out here. That's going to be a pain in the butt. Let's borrow this pipe. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Ah. Just do that. That insulated. A muppet. Build insulated. Everything's gotta be insulated. No, don't bother. Make it out of igneous. Where was it? There. Perfect. Do that. Do something like that. And we'll figure out how we're going to get over here. That one's got to go. If you don't watch it, you'll mess up your loop. As soon as they build those, the water will go backwards and forwards, and yeah, pain in the butt. Right, so I want this one set to Weetle. And you set it to Sweetle. Should have just copied the other one first. Sweetle. Maximum priority. And we got to delete that. Our liquid got removed. And this one could be changed back to crude oil. And drop it there. So we used the crude that dripped down from this one, so it did go sideways. So what we could have done is put a block there before we built it. Put a block to the side. So they wouldn't have moved sideways, it could only go up. The only way is up. Right, we'll build that. We'll prioritize this, please. Anyone coming? Nobody wants to come. Oh, now you do. Thanks, Lindsay. You don't always have to leave it on emergency. Once they've got the job order, they'll go and do it. You've got to sometimes watch, depends what the job order is, or if they decide to go to lunch in the middle of the order. But usually once you've just clicked it, they get given the job. That's it, they're going to go and do that job. Yeah, she's got it. She's coming. Ladders all over the place. We've got to tidy up all this mess of ladders. Right, come on. I know, you can go to lunch in a minute. Sorry. Just put it in there and go. Oh, that's it. Perfect. That can now be deconstructed. Bit of crude off of there. That one can be constructed. Ah, I forgot to lock that, but look, that's totally locked there. Ah, it's not going to work because every time they go in, it's going to get oxygen from there. But we'll leave a little pump there. He can do his thing. There you go, perfect. I need to dig up here and get this rail because we need to rail it out somewhere. Where are we going to put it? Where are we going to put it? Coming out here. Going to come out this way. What's it going to... Wow, I need to connect to the food line. This is the food line. This is the main food line. Goes up all the way to the freezer. All things come to the freezer from this line. These from the chefs, from the sweepy bot. Anything from here that might be edible. You know, nuts, grub eggs, and anything else. Yeah, okay. Aku fillets come in here. Everything. Even this line. Where does that come from? I've forgotten now. Ah. No, actually, I've forgotten. Yeah, where is it? These guys. Pinch pepper plants. That's the fella. Pinch pepper nuts for the coffee machine. Everybody needs a coffee machine. So we basically just need to tag onto this. Well, that's easy. We can just go, where are we going to go? Up here. So if we want to keep this as a proper liquid lock, we will need to do a similar thing with another liquid drop in here on this door. Keep the lock going. Would have been better to have done staggered doors, I think. What I mean by that would have been better to have done a door there and a door up there. You can have a liquid lock on this one, liquid drop there. Kind of like a drop through the middle. I'll build those, so get rid of them. We do want to get in here and get this. I don't want to be digging down in here. But if this actually self-plants, self-harvests, then they won't need to come in here at all. We'll just leave it. Anyone bringing it? Ah, they can't get in here, can they? Can now. I don't mind if it airflows a bit, you know, until we're ready. Doesn't matter. Put a little ladder there, so that when this is done, we can maybe dig that one out as well and reach those two. I'd rather it went in a straight line. Or mess with my straight lininess. My obsessive compulsive straight line. I can't help it. It's just, you know, it happens. Ah, that's what we wanted to do. Connect that to there. Well, it still hasn't drunk that lot. There's only one plant on this row. We're not going to get a critter bought here, are we? Oh, current errand. Yes, we are. Bring us a sweetle. Thanks, pal. Awesome. Then we will have like a temperature-controlled little room. That'll do. We only want the one in here. Just deconstruct that. What we could do is redirect this high gas pressure vent back in here again. So every time they come through it, I'll just pump it back in here. That'd be funny. I think that's awesome. Where's the gas? I've done that before. That'd just be funny. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it just because it's funny. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Ha ha. Oh, that makes me laugh. I don't know why. I don't know why. I am friends with 25 letters of the alphabet, but I don't know why. Right. Get that bit done. Then, whatever gas gets into this little room will pump back into there again. Yeah, it works. Works. It works. I think it works perfectly fine. Pump not in gas. We are going to suppress that. That'll be an annoying pop-up message all the time. I think I might line them up though. I might put this one here or this one here. Just they kind of look the same, smell the same, taste the same. They must be the same. Power this up. Ah, oh, wrong button. Ooh, that looks nice and chill, doesn't it? Power that like that. That tiny little blob of liquid won't get too cold from this then. That was good. That's what I was worried about. Freeze it. And sweep up that. Set that to crude oil. But I don't think there's any on the map, so let's check. No pending deliveries. All the way down. Nothing. So how are we going to get some? We're going to steal some from just there. Gonna let someone mop and also get this lead out of here, please. Get rid of that lead. Wasn't there a piece of lead down here somewhere? Someone's already taken it. That's fine then. Got Sweetle tending? No, Sweetle hasn't gone over there yet. I don't think Sweetles like it this cold though. Check. Uh, 10 to 20, minus 30 to 70 is livable. So they'll be fine. They will live. Now, then he can jump over that one gap. That's fine. Alright, we need to set up... What did I cancel the sweeping? I need to deconstruct this one. Deconstruct this one. The materials will be right here if you deconstruct those. You can get the material you need. Pick that up. And we can brick this in because we can just use the snipping tool to do what we want to do in there. I don't care if this pipe is left. Do I care if that pipe is left? Alright, alright, alright. Calm down. We'll get rid of it. We'll do it. It's got to be done. Those three can go, please. Build it all and then take it all apart, rebuilding it. This is why you should build things in a test world. No, no, don't do sensible things like building a test world. So once we see that that is done, this pipe is empty. Done. Hey, look, they're both going. I don't think we need two in there. That's a bit overkill. Let's check the ventilation pipe and get rid of all the excess pieces that we don't need anymore. Those can go. That can all go. Pretty much nearly there. When this is done, this will pump out any gas that's in here back into the room again. Nice. I like it. There's a few little bits of carbon dioxide to go in here, but that's fine. They can grow in carbon dioxide. Or, hey, look at that. That's growing. 30%. What are you? 10. Nice. Thanks, Sweetle. Doing your job nicely. Want to be the best place to keep a Sweetle. Hey. That's got no job. We mopped too long. I didn't want to mop all of that up. Crap. Let's just empty it out. don't want 7 kilos of it on here. On a drip. That's all you need. Just a drop. Driplet. And that's that done. We can connect that in and that will be feeding water. Get rid of this bit of pipe. Job done. It's nearly empty. Taking a small amount each time. When the first harvest comes in, hopefully we'll get the rest of this planted up. Put that down by another one. They need two space to get through. Right. Right, now we'll mop that and I'll keep my eye on it this time. They just literally just touch it. I didn't see them doing it. This isn't even running again. It's so cold in there. Minus 1.3. Nice. Perfect. While I'm waiting for someone to mop that up. Check this overflow. Has someone doing it? No. We can get rid of that ladder. Liquid bridge, I mean. Run it through there and up. Get rid of that bridge, please. There should be a little bit of pipe there as well to get. Anyone coming to mop? Mop errand. Nisbet's coming. Get the cancel tool ready. That's it. Just do a bit of quick mop. That'd be plenty. Thank you very much. This now should have an errand. Someone do it. Thank you. When the door opens, you just see a little blob there. And when the door closes, it goes like this slant. It looks like a lot more than is really there. No, it's just a tiny amount. Thank you, Mima. That should be the only place where it can go. Perfect. Oh, a little bit fell off, but that's fine. Deconstruct that now. And we have a liquid lock there with its own little mini pump. Is that empty now? Yeah, that top one is empty. You can go. Temperature controlled room. Automatic. We're not going to set this until this is all planted. Then we'll set this to sleek wheats, grains, and it will send them straight to the fridge. I'll go straight up here. And, well, what I want to do is put some direction in on this. I don't like having it just like that. That one comes from that way. This one comes from this way. We'll get some directions going. That one goes that way. Want to make sure that this is so it doesn't have any queries about which direction it's supposed to be going in. But remember to snip those. Actually, I'll snip it now because I use the disconnect tool. It's now part of the game. The only problem with the disconnect tool is you can only do one piece at a time. Whereas the pliers tool, which was the one they basically copied, you can just do as many as you want. One go. But it's kind of still more helpful. But at least they put it in the game. They listen to the people and say, what did you want? And they obviously loved the pliers tool, so they put it in the game. I'm also going to suppress this. That's another mod. I don't use mods that really change the game, like putting in amazing pieces of equipment and whatever. Break the game balance. Gonna run. Dormant now. That rubs soon. That's good. Yeah, we might need another source of cold water to add to it. This is only going to increase as we get more plants planted. Plants planted. Is it still a plant once it's planted? Is a building still a building once it's built? Or is it now a built? These are the questions. I need answers. See how tiny that looks now? Door shuts. Boom! Massive. You connected pump nodding gas. Yeah, they didn't go through, so that's fine. Weird sort of system, but it should work. I don't mind leaving them in situ. They're just tiny little mini gas pumps. Let's go check on our look, she's still making many, many data banks. And she's not stressed in the slightest. Isn't that wonderful? Although it is 34 kilos of oxygen pressure in here at this point. Bed now. We've only used about, 1.6 tons. Less than. And how much food did she eat? She's eaten 3 pieces of food. That was on 27, I think. There's 2 pieces of food. So. You might ask why the refrigerator is in with the toilet in the bathroom. Well, if you check your bathroom layout, it still counts as a washroom, even with a fridge in here, so it's fine. But it does mean that they've got to go through. They normally go to the toilet, then they grab their food and go and eat. At least putting it in the toilet means they've got to wash their hands before they come out. So, their food will be clean to eat. I don't know whether to bring Bubbles back before the end of the episode or leave her in space to get loads more. I think we should bring her back for the end. Something went wrong with her hat. She put it on about 4 or 5 times, I think. And she still isn't wearing it. Maybe she'll get her hat back when she lands. Sweeping all this crap up. Has that still got water in here? It has for a little while. Sweetle in here, giving these Sweetle tending. Oh, good. I'm glad, Manolo. I like to sort of hope that what I'm saying people can actually use. And sometimes I feel like I'm just waffling on to myself. And nobody's listening. But yeah, it's nice to know that actually something I'm saying is being useful to someone. All those little things when you've got like 4,000 hours in a game, you kind of pick up a few tricks, And that's given that a direction, so that shouldn't be a problem. That's given this one a direction, so the pinch of pepper nuts can come in. And now the sleet wheat can come in and go straight to the freezer when that's done. But as I say, we're not programming that yet because we want to plant this thing out. Cool. Thank you, Stomp. Thank you, Stomp. Good job. Good job. Awesome. And this is the rainmaker. Little piece there that flows. Cooling loop through it. See what I mean about the pipe behaving weirdly? I have made a weirdly behaving pipe situation here. Sort that out. Our cooling loop can run properly. It's probably a bit bad all the way around because it's been doing that for ages. Never mind. Yeah. When this erupts, this is kept nice and chill. And this has worked perfectly. I'm absolutely shocked. I'm not entirely sure which tile this, because most buildings have a particular tile is where they release their heat. It's usually the bottom left one of the building. So, put that spike into the water, drip some water on it. And even though this is a vacuum, it is not overheating. I've turned off auto repair so that I would know if they if it overheated, I would know about it. One of those bridges might be going the wrong way. That was from the cooling loop. This one comes in, gets cooled. If it's over 25 degrees, that'll run. Then it runs back round and goes all over the place. Goes through a second aquatuner. We did have problems with this not being able to keep up with the aluminium because of this. So we opened it, widened it, added another turbine. And tried to sort of move that over here instead of there. So this is the primary one. If it really needs a bit of backup, it can carry on going through there. There's no harm in it. It just goes through, doesn't do anything. I think it's cool enough. This is a tank for just averaging the temperature, the cooling loop. And it just runs everywhere. That one aqua tuner, basically this one, does all of this. Rail bridge. Let's check the rail bridge. These ones here that I was just setting up. That's just to make sure everything points into this line. This central line goes to the freezer here. That's just a little room that's kept at minus 25 so that everything is in deep freeze. And that's where you want all your food ingredients to go. So like pacu fillet and a bit of meat there. And there's a bit of pinch of pepper nut coming in. This one comes from over where the killing chamber is. That sends the meat over. Sounds awful, doesn't it? Killing chamber. Sometimes they do die in here, so that gets sent over there as well. I'm going to get rid of that. No. Just attack it, I think. Get rid of it that way. Look at that many fish. My word. Let's see how many's there. Turn off eggs. Well, there aren't any eggs because they get swept out. 35 fish. Looks more. Done by this little area here. There's too many in this room. Yeah. I'll probably be glum. Go and murder that one. Yeah, they're glum, so they're not laying any eggs. There's supposed to be eggs in here. They're not laying any because this room's overcrowded. I don't think I like this technique, but I've seen other people use it, so I thought I'd have a go. Yeah, soggy feet. Sorry, guys. You can have a shower later. Will that make them better? Are they going to be happy now? Glum and overcrowded. He hasn't realised he's dead yet. He's got to do that cartoon thing where he suddenly dies. There you go. Now he's a piece of pacu fillet. And he didn't even get to hit the floor. He's already been swept out. Now we can check their glum. Tiny baby is happy. Tiny baby is happy. This one's glum. Once he's eaten from the feeder, he'll be happy again. The feeder is feeding them the seeds from this. This isn't running because I keep forgetting to set the water up. There's no water being fed into it. That was coming from all the way over there in that pool of water we had. But this is why we created this. To do that. That will then feed all of this random pool of water. If it's water, it won't damage the sieve, but if it's polluted water, it will get cleaned. So all we need to do now is provide it with some power and we're done. We're off. Where's the easiest way to provide power to it? I don't want to run miles along cable. Yeah, I'll be off in a minute anyway, so I'm just going to wire this up, and then I think I'm done. Talking for so long, my throat is... No, please don't talk anymore. There. We make that out of some delicious lead. And rotate that. Boom. That end piece can just go. Yeah, we don't need. We never did fill any water into this, but when we get round to it, it'll delete pretty much all of this carbon dioxide here. We'll have a layer of chlorine gas instead. Once that power is put in, this will kick in and our glorious plants can carry on growing because they haven't got any irrigation. And oh, grub fruit preserve. Now hop into the consumables. Just if try and make sure no one's allowed to eat grub fruit. No, turn it off. For some reason that always glitches out and keeps opening and closing for me when I'm trying to look at it. Very difficult screen to look at. That. Damage overheated. I'm pretty sure I know where that is. Yeah, this erupted again. Well, the steam turbines are certainly making us some free power. But we're not getting anything out of it. We're not getting any igneous. So we'll come in here and we'll replace these with thermium when we get some. That, I would say, is it for one day. I thank you so much for watching. I thank you for coming. Built so far today. Sent our rocket up into space. Do some research. And I will catch you all next time. If you're watching this later on YouTube, please consider dropping a like and a subscribe. That really help me out. Thank you very much. And if you joined me today, and you new and old followers on Twitch, I thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.